Vincula, Agaraw, Alba, Albano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez Jose, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Angara, Aquino, Arbizon, Arenas, Arrogancia, Asisio, Ataide, Aumentado, Balindong, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Barsaga, Baskog, Bautista, Bautista Lim, Benitez, Bernos, Billones, Biron, Bulilla, Bondok, Bungalon, Bordado, Bosita, Briones, Rosas, Buhain, Bulot Bigtang, Bustos, Cabredo, Cagas, Kahayunoy, Calderon, Calixto, Campos, Cawagdan, Cardema, Cari, Castro Franz, Castro Jane, Celeste, Chan, Chato, Chua, Chungalaw, Ko Angelica Natasha, Ko Elizalde, Ko Pilar, Ko Angko Jaime, Ko Angko Mark, Colada, Collantes, Corbera, Cruz Ambrosio, Cruz Ricardo, Cuba, Cuaresma, Dagook, Dalipe, Dalog, Dayanghirang, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor, Del Mar, De Los Santos, Dimoporo Muhammad Khalid, Dimoporo City Amina, Junicio, Domingo, Duwabit, Duhali, Duterte, D. Faustino Ino, D. Faustino Michael Carlos, D. Ian Paul, Ecleo, Emano, Enciso, Enverga, Escudero, Espares, Espina, Estrella, Yudela, Fariñas, Fernandez, Ferrer Antonio, Ferrer Juliet Marie, Flores, Cortés, Frasco, Fresnedi, Pentebella, Gallos, Garcia Albert, Garcia Dante, Garcia Jose Arturo, Garcia Maria Angela, Garcia Pablo Jan, Garcia Vincent, Garjola, Garin, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Go Ed Christopher, Go Mark, Goles, Gomez, Gonzaga, Gonzales Aurelio, Gonzales Neptali, Gonzales Sandro, Goreseta, Guico, Gintu, Gullas, Gutierrez, Hagedorn, Haresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera, Horibata, Javier, Ko Olga Ara, Ko Ricardo, Ko Wilton, Konghun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lacson Noel, Lagman, Lagon, Daphne, Lagon Sani, Lara, Lasatin, Lee, Ligarda, Libanan, Limkay Chong, Loyola, Luistro, Lumayag, Macapagal-Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Magsino, Malapitan, Mangawang, Manikis, Manuel, Marañon, Marcoleta, Marcos, Mariano Hernandez, Mariño, Marquez, Martinez, Mastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miguel, Momo, Morden, Nava, Nisay, Noel, Nograles Juan Fidel Felipe, Nograles Margarita, Nolasco, Waminal, Olasco, Olivares, Ongchuan, Ordanes, Ortega, Oano Dizon, Pajernos, Paduano, Paglas, Palma, Panaligan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual, Peña, Pimentel, Plaza, Pleito, Primicia Sagabas, Pumaren, Puno, Kimbo, Rama, Recto, Regencia, Revilla Brian, Revilla Ramon Jolo, Reyes, Rillo, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez Yuloyo, Rodriguez Rufus, Roman, Romero, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Yeda Marie, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Sali, Salimbangon, Salo, Salbame, Santos, Saulog, Silverio, Singson Richel, Singson Ronald, Singson Mihan, Solon, Soriano, Suan, Suansing Horacio, Suansing Micaela Angela, Suarez, Talyado, Tamayo, Tambunting, Tan Joseph, Tan Kit Maika, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Tambut, Tanchay, Tan Watco, Tariela, Chodoro, Teves Arnulfo, Teves Jose, Chanco, Cheng, Tolentino, Tulfo Jocelyn, Tulfo Ralph Wendell, Tupas, Tutor, T, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso Tuason, Vergara, Versosa, Villa, Villapuerte Luis Raymond, Villapuerte Miguel Luis, Villanueva, Villar, Villarasa Suarez, Villarica, Yulago, Yap Christiantel, Yap Christopherson, Yap Edbic, Yap Eric, Yu Divina Grace, Yu Jaisel Victoria, Yulo, Zamora Amparo Maria, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria, Subiri. Madam Speaker, the roll call shows that 310 members responded to the call.
With 310 members responding to the call, the chair declares the presence of a quorum. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we now approve Journal Number 23, dated September 20 to 23 and September 26 to 28, 2022.
There's a motion to approve the said journal. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we now proceed with the reference of business and request that the Secretary General be directed to read the titles of bills and resolutions on first reading as well as communications and committee reports. To move, Madam Speaker.
The Secretary General is directed to read the titles of bills and resolutions on first reading as well as the communications and committee reports for referral to the appropriate committees.
Reference of business, bills on first reading. House Bill number 5226, mandating the provision of burial assistance in the amount of 20,000 pesos for every Filipino citizen who dies within the Philippine territory. By Representative Duhali.
To the Committee on Social Services.
House Bill number 5227, establishing the Philippine Children's Medical Centers in Visayas and in Mindanao. By Representative Uwaminal.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 5228, providing for the Magna Carta for barangays. By Representative Uwaminal.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 5229, providing for the reorganization of the Philippine National Police. By Representative Uwaminal.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill number 5230, increasing the authorized campaign expenses of candidates and political parties. By Representative Uwaminal.
To the Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms.
House Bill number 5231, extending educational benefits to legitimate dependent children of accredited barangay health workers, members of the Lupong Tagapamayapa, members of the Barangay Peacekeeping Action Team, members of civilian volunteer organizations, and Purok presidents. By Representative Uwaminal.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 5232, converting several roads from Sinacaban to Don Victoriano in Misamis Occidental into a secondary national highway. By Representative Uwaminal.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill 5233, conferring the cadets of the Philippine National Police Academy the status of government employees and granting them with civil service eligibility and benefits and privileges by Representative Owa Menal.
to the Committee on Public Order and Safety,
House Bill number 5234, granting retirement benefit to elected barangay officials by Representative Owa Menal.
to the Committee on Local Government,
House Bill 5235, providing for the revitalization and capability enhancement of the Philippine National Police by Representative Owa Menal.
to the Committee on Public Order and Safety,
House Bill 5236, establishing the Misamis Occidental Special Economic Zone in the 2nd District of Misamis Occidental by Representative Owa Menal.
to the Committee on Economic Affairs and the Committee on Trade and Industry,
House Bill 5237, granting barangay officials 20% discount on transportation fare by Representative Owa
to
Menal.
the Committee on Transportation,
House Bill 5238, augmenting the retirement, death, and survivorship benefits for the Solicitor General, Assistant Solicitor General, Senior State Solicitors, Solicitors, officials, and employees of the Office of the Solicitor General by Representative Owa Menal.
to the Committee on Justice,
House Bill 5239, granting a monthly honorarium to accredited barangay health workers by Representative Owa Menal.
to the Committee on Local Government,
House Bill 5240, exempting trees, plants, and growing fruits from real property tax and providing for real property tax deduction by Representative Manikis.
to the Committee on Local Government,
House Bill 5241, instituting reforms in real property valuation and assessment in the Philippines, reorganizing the Bureau of Local Government Finance by Representative Flores.
to the Committee on Government Reorganization,
House Bill 5242, declaring the municipality of Dolores, province of Quezon, a tourist destination by Representatives Suarez and Villaraza Suarez.
to the Committee on Tourism,
House Bill 5243, granting free medical and hospitalization benefits to indigent Filipino women suffering from diseases, illnesses, and injuries as a result of violence inflicted on them by Representative Villar.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill 5244, strengthening the Commission on Elections by increasing the manpower complement in its field offices by Representative Villar.
to the Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms,
House Bill 5245, providing for the establishment and construction of calamity food banks in every province in the Philippines by Representative Ecleo.
to the Committee on Disaster Resilience,
House Bill 5246, mandating the establishment of agri-food terminals and trading centers in every province by Representative Baronda.
to the Committee on Agriculture and Food,
House Bill 5247, amending the Universal Health Care Act by Representative Baronda.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill 5248, providing for the establishment of vegetable crop gardens by Representative Baronda.
to the Committee on Agriculture and Food,
House Bill 5249, amending the Motorcycle Crime Prevention Act by Representative Baronda.
to the Committee on Transportation,
House Bill 5250, institutionalizing active transport by establishing a safe pathways network of bicycle lanes, walkways, and slow streets by Representative
to
Baronda.
the Committee on Transportation,
House Bill 5251, regulating the licensure, examination, and practice of physical therapy in the Philippines by Representative Vargas.
to the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation,
House Bill 5252, strengthening the regulatory system in the Philippines, in the country to combat counterfeit pharmaceutical products by Representative Yap Cristiantel.
to the Committee on Trade and Industry,
House Bill 5253, regulating the aquarium aquatic life trade and industry by Representative Vargas.
to the Committee on Natural Resources,
House Bill numbers 5254 to 5263, establishing e-libraries in several barangays in Quezon City by Representative Vargas.
to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture,
House Bill 5264, strengthening the Commission on Elections by increasing the manpower complement in its field offices by Representative Matibag.
to the Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms,
House Bill 5265, institutionalizing the One Tablet, One Student program for all students enrolled in public schools and state universities and colleges by Representative Matibag.
to the Committee on Basic Education, Culture, and the Committee on Higher and Technical Education,
House Bill 5266, to reform the budget process by Representative Matibag.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
House Bill 5267, amending Section 15 of RA number 9289, converting the Marikina Institute of Science and Technology into the Marikina Polytechnic College by Representatives Teodoro and Panaligan.
to the Committee on Higher and Technical Education,
House Bill 5268, protecting the rights of internally displaced persons and penalizing the acts of arbitrary internal displacement by Representatives Abante, Lacson-Noel, Romualdez, Yadamari, and Asidre.
to the Committee on Human Rights,
House Bill 5269, declaring November 11 of every year a special non-working holiday in Taysan, Batangas in celebration of its founding anniversary by Representative Bolilia.
to the Committee on Local Government,
House Bill 5270, establishing a forensic DNA database in the Philippines by Representative Atayde.
to the Committee on Public Order and Safety,
House Bill 5271, providing for the equal use of Filipino and English languages in all government issuances and documents by Representative Ataide.
To the Committee on Public Information.
House Bill 5272, institutionalizing active transport by establishing a safe pathways network of bicycle lanes, walkways, and slow streets by Representative Ataide.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill 5273, providing for a working time flexibilization in the private sector by Representative Ataide.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill 5274, emancipating agrarian reform beneficiaries through condonation of all their amortizations, interest payments and penalties, and cancellation of encumbrances under the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program by Representative Suwan.
To the Committee on Agrarian Reform.
House Bill 5275, granting additional benefits and privileges to PWDs by Representative Rillo.
To the Special Committee on Persons with Disabilities.
House Bill 5276, further upgrading the minimum base pay of nurses working in public health institutions by Representative Rillo.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
House Bill 5277, granting additional benefits and privileges to senior citizens by Representative Rillo.
To the Special Committee on Senior Citizens.
House Bill 5278, strengthening the internal affairs of the PNP by Representative Olaso.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill 5279, reverting fish ponds which have been unutilized or abandoned for a period of 3 years to forest lands by Representative Villarica.
To the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill 5280, mandating all employees in the private and public sectors to provide free of charge, clean, healthy, sufficient, and accessible drinking water to all its employees by Representative Villarica.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment, the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Bill 5281, ensuring the fundamental equality of men and women under the laws on marriage and family relations by Representative Villarica.
To the Committee on Women and Gender Equality.
House Bill 5282, declaring San Jose Romblon, popularly known as Isla de Carabao, a tourist destination by Representative Madrona.
To the Committee on Tourism.
House Bill 5283, fixing the host city share on the earnings of the PAGCOR by Representative Olivares.
To the Committee on Games and Amusements.
House Bill 5284, adjusting the monthly pension and disability benefits of retirees of the DFA by Representative Labad-Laban.
To the Committee on Foreign Affairs.
House Bill 5285, imposing the collection of a tax on foreign visitors in the country by Representative Villafuerte Luis Raymond.
To the Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill 5286, providing for the condonation of all unpaid principal, interest, penalties, or surcharges on loans secured by the ARBs under the CARP by Representative Villafuerte Luis Raymond.
To the Committee on Agrarian Reform.
House Bill 5288, mandating a personal finance education program for all persons applying for a marriage license by Representative Alba.
To the Committee on Population and Family Relations.
House Bill 5289, instituting reforms in real property valuation and assessment in the Philippines by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5290, institutionalizing the automatic income classification of provinces, cities, and municipalities by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5291, establishing Ala Valley Watershed Forest Reserve as a protected area under the category of protected landscape by Representative Miguel.
To the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill 5292, requiring business establishments to provide free adequate parking areas for their clientele and providing penalties for violations thereof by Representative Miguel.
To the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill 5293, upgrading the Surgeon General Hospital in Surala, South Cotabato to a regional and medical center by Representative Miguel.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5294, requiring the DSWD to give free hearing aid to deaf or hearing impaired indigent individuals by Representative Miguel.
To the Committee on Social Services.
House Bill 5295, declaring every June 29 of every year a special non-working holiday in the city of Coronadal to commemorate the Tree Growing Festival by Representative Miguel.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5296, declaring Columbio, Sultan Kudarat an ecotourism zone by Representative Sakaluran.
To the Committee on Tourism.
House Bill numbers 5297, 5298, 5299, and 5300, establishing libraries in several barangays in Quezon City by Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5301, declaring La Mesa Dam Eco Park in Fairview, Quezon City as a tourism site by Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Tourism.
House Bill 5302, requiring mandatory insurance of all buildings and other physical structures owned by LGUs by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5303, simplifying the process to avail of credit financing from government and private banks and lending institutions by LGUs by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5304, enhancing the taxing powers of LGUs by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5305, amending the PRC Modernization Act of 2000 by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Bill 5307, requiring all public telecommunications entities and internet service providers to increase service coverage and deliver a minimum standard for internet connection speed by Representative Tambunting.
To the Committee on Information and Communications Technology.
House Bill 5308, mandating the full digital transformation of all government agencies, offices, and corporations, including LGUs, by Representative Tambunting.
To the Committee on Information and Communications Technology.
House Bill 5309, strengthening the barangay as a basic local government unit, by Representative Tambunting.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5310, ordaining the Bill of Rights and Obligations of the Taxpayer, by Representative Tambunting.
To the Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill 5311, subdividing Barangay Bagong Silang in the city of Caloocan into 7 district separate and independent barangays, by Representative Malapitan.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5312, providing for modernization funding for the Professional Regulation Commission, by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Bill 5313, providing for rank structure upgrade and reclassification in the Bureau of Fire Protection and Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, by Representative Garcia Albert.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill 5314, granting full condonation of all unpaid amortizations of beneficiary farmers of the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law of 1988 as amended, by Representative Gomez.
To the Committee on Agrarian Reform.
House Bill 5315, mandating a smoke-free environment in all public and workplaces, by Representative Saulo.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5316, declaring the Santo Sepulcro Parish Church in the city of San Pedro, Laguna as a national shrine, by Representative Matibag.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5317, promoting access to quality legal education by providing free tuition and other school fees in state universities and colleges, by Representative Matibag.
To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill 5318, providing for modernization funding for the Employees Compensation Commission, by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill 5319, establishing the Philippine Health Security Council, by Representative Cuba.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5320, adjusting the monthly pension and disability benefits of retirees of the DFA, by Representatives Romualdez, Ferdinand Martin, and Arenas.
To the Committee on Foreign Affairs.
House Bill 5321, providing for the modernization of the National Mapping and Resource Information Authority, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill 5322, defining private armies, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill 5323, establishing the Magna Carta for Kalakalan Pampamilya, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprise Development.
House Bill 5324, amending Section 42 of the Judiciary Reorganization Act of 1981, exempting affected members of the judiciary as may herein be qualified from the continuous service requirement, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 5325, amending certain provisions of RA number 8043, establishing the rules to govern inter-country adoption of Filipino children, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Welfare of Children.
House Bill 5326, to require the Secretaries of Health and Labor and Employment to issue regulations to eliminate or minimize the significant risk of needle stick injury to healthcare workers, by Representative Rufus.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5327, providing for the urban and countryside greening in the Philippines, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Special Committee on Reforestation.
House Bill 5328, providing for security of tenure, code of conduct, and additional benefits to teachers, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5329, to establish within the DOH a permanent council on nutrition and health by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill 5330 establishing the Mercury Exposure Information Program by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill 5331 mandating that all illegal wood products confiscated by the DENR be donated to the DepEd to be used for the construction of classroom, tables, chairs, and other school facilities by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Special Committee on Natural Resources,
House Bill 5332 establishing a crisis center for street children in all cities and municipalities in the National Capital Region and in every highly urbanized city in the Philippines by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Welfare of Children,
House Bill 5333 strengthening drug prevention and control by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Dangerous Drugs,
House Bill 5334 providing for 3 small farmers representatives in the National Irrigation Administration Board by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Agriculture and Food,
House Bill 5335 providing for the direct remittance to the host local government of its 40% share of the proceeds derived from the utilization and development of natural health by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Local Government,
House Bill 5336 regulating the establishment and operations of health maintenance organizations by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill 5337 providing guidelines for the establishment and operation of local colleges and universities by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Higher and Technical Education,
House Bill 5338 providing early retirement and voluntary separation from the government service by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation,
House Bill 5339 directing the Philippine Sports Commission to establish a program to support research and training in methods of detecting the use of performance-enhancing drugs by athletes by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Youth and Sports Development,
House Bill 5340 providing all barangay officials a lump sum retirement pay equivalent to 1-year honorarium by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Local Government,
House Bill 5341 providing for a revised flag and heraldic code of the Philippines by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture,
House Bill 5342 legalizing the importation of second-hand and used clothing and rugs into the Philippines by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Trade and Industry,
House Bill 5343 amending certain sections of the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law of 1998 by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Agrarian Reform,
House Bill 5344 prohibiting retired and incumbent officials of government from accepting employment with international and domestic creditors by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation,
House Bill 5345 providing for a Magna Carta for journalists by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Public Information,
House Bill 5346 promoting research on dystonia by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill 5347 establishing the National Education Coordination Council by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture,
House Bill 5348 amending RA 7743 providing for the establishment of congressional city and municipal libraries and barangay reading centers throughout the Philippines by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture,
House Bill 5349 to provide for a study and for demonstration projects regarding cases of hepatitis C among firefighters, paramedics, emergency medical technicians, and other emergency response employees by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill 5350 limiting exposure of children to violent programming on television and cable systems by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Welfare of Children,
House Bill 5351 to enforce the constitutional right to the free exercise of religion by students of public schools by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture,
House Bill 5352 facilitating and regulating international disaster relief and initial recovery assistance by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Disaster Resilience,
House Bill 5353 to eradicate racketeers and powerful syndicates in the Philippines by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Public Order and Safety,
House Bill 5354 requiring movie, television, and radio producers, including promotion and advertising agencies, and other like entities employing unemancipated minors to deposit their talent fees or income in a trust fund by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Special Committee on Creative Industry and Performing Arts.
House Bill 5355, deterring and punishing the establishment and operation of criminal street gangs, recruitment of individuals to participate in the commission of gang crimes by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill 5356, establishing early learning programs for indigent pre-kindergarten children by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5357, to establish a national program that will provide pregnant women with alternatives to abortion by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Women and Gender Equality.
House Bill 5358, to hasten titling of residential lands of the public domain by extending the grant of pre-patent to residential lands under certain conditions by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 5359, to provide for a housing program for teachers by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Housing and Urban Development.
House Bill 5360, exempting from the real property tax the trees and other improvements on lands covered by their certificates of stewardship contracts under the Integrated Social Forestry Program by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5361, providing for the regulation, supervision, and professionalization of the practice, licensing, and registration of sanitarians by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Bill 5362, to provide assistance to the immediate family of a soldier killed while performing duties by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on National Defense and Security.
House Bill 5363, amending the Government Auditing Code of the Philippines by allowing bonded barangay treasurers to retain the barangay's 50% share from payments of community tax certificates by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5364, providing for uniform requirements and or procedures for making arrests by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill number 5365, requiring the establishment of fully equipped science laboratories in every public elementary and secondary school by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5366, declaring and establishing rivers, river systems, beaches, shores, and waterways as ecological zones by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Ecology.
House Bill 5367, defining the crime of economic espionage and providing penalties therefore by Representative Rodriguez
To
Rufus.
the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 5368, granting 1,500 pesos monthly allowance to all barangay tannods by Representative Rodriguez
To
Rufus.
the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5369, requiring business establishments all over the Philippines to install CCTV cameras in their place of business as a means to deter crime by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill 5370, protecting the rights of indigenous peoples affected by mining operations in ancestral domains by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill number 5371, establishing the Philippine Business Registry Data Bank by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill number 5372, to establish the penalty of imprisonment in libel cases by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Revision of Laws.
House Bill 5373, requiring all public health centers to be open at all times to provide continuous health and medical services to the public by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5374, decentralizing the textbook procurement program of the DepEd by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5375, to professionalize the practice of prison management by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 5376, reducing healthcare costs by requiring tertiary and specialized hospitals to share certain services and equipment by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5377, further regulating the sale of second-hand articles, particularly electronic and telecommunications equipment, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Revision of Laws,
House Bill 5378, providing for the establishment of breast care centers in every region nationwide, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill 5379, establishing the Special Health Fund for the improvement of healthcare services in the LGUs, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill 5380, establishing maternal and infant health home visitation program, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill 5381, launching another Green Revolution program in the country, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Agriculture and Food,
House Bill 5382, penalizing the act of money lending with interest by salary disbursing officers in public or private entities, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation, the Committee on Labor and Employment,
House Bill 5383, to subsidize school fees in all public elementary and high schools, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture,
House Bill 5384, creating courts for indigenous peoples, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Justice,
House Bill 5385, establishing a diagnostic laboratory to identify the diseases affecting local hogs, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Agriculture and Food,
House Bill 5386, mandating each city or municipality to create a river development authority for the preservation, protection, and development of all rivers, river systems, and natural waterways within its jurisdiction, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization and the Committee on Local Government,
House Bill 5387, to establish housing loan repayment program, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Housing and Urban Development,
House Bill 5388, to establish a National Center for Information and Technical Assistance relating to all types of family resource and support programs, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Population and Family Relations,
House Bill 5389, to require certain disclosures in connection with any international money transfer, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Banks and Financial Intermediaries,
House Bill 5390, introducing educational reforms and supporting the planning and implementation of educational reforms in secondary institutions, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture,
House Bill 5391, allowing LGUs to retain 50% of the proceeds from all taxes, fees, and fines collected under the Fire Code of the Philippines, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Local Government,
House Bill 5392, accelerating the development of a national railway system, creating the National Railway Authority, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization and the Committee on Transportation,
House Bill 5393, further amending the civil engineering law, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation,
House Bill 5394, regulating shipping vessels coasting Philippine waters for the protection of shores, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Ecology,
House Bill 5395, establishing a national sex offender registration database, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Public Order and Safety,
House Bill 5396, to establish a job training program for mature and older workers, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Labor and Employment,
House Bill 5397, providing for an automatic pay increase to any member of the armed forces who is deployed away from the member's permanent station, or in the case of a member of a reserve component of the armed forces, the member's home of record, once the development period exceeds 180 days of continuous duty, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on National Defense and Security,
House Bill 5398, establishing in the Philippine General Hospital located in Manila a facility to be known as Bantay Antaya, by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill 5399, requiring all national, regional, and provincial government hospitals to establish, operate, and maintain a dialysis ward or unit in their respective hospitals, and providing free dialysis treatment to indigent patients, by Representative Matibag.
to the Committee on Health,
House Bill 5400, strengthening the Legal Education Board, by Representative Matibag.
to the Committee on Higher and Technical Education,
House Bill 5401, establishing and organizing the Philippine Esports Commission, by Representatives Villafuerte Miguel Luis, Oribata, Villafuerte Luis Raymond, and Enciso.
To the Committee on Government Reorganization, the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Bill 5402, granting 20% discount to senior citizen drivers on traffic fines for which they will be found liable, by Representative Fernandez.
To the Special Committee on Senior Citizens.
House Bill 5403, providing for business-friendly tax remedies in LGUs, by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5404, institutionalizing the creation of local housing boards in all LGUs, providing for its powers and functions, by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5405, providing a Magna Carta for calamity workers and rescuers, by Representative Silverio.
To the Committee on Disaster Resilience.
House Bill 5406, separating from Lapuyan National High School, Pampang Extension in Pampang, Lapuyan, Zamboanga del Sur, from Lapuyan National High School, converting it into Pampang National High School, by Representative Yu Jazel.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5407, separating the Lapuyan National High School, Tiguha Extension in Tiguha, Lapuyan, Zamboanga del Sur, from Lapuyan National High School, converting it into Tiguha National High School, by Representative Yu Jazel.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5408, expanding the application of the Local Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund, by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Disaster Resilience.
House Bill 5409, granting additional benefits and privileges to senior citizens, by Representative Tambunting.
To the Special Committee on Senior Citizens.
House Bill 5410, institutionalizing the community-driven development approach as a national strategy for inclusive growth and social protection, by Representative Romualdo.
To the Committee on Poverty Alleviation.
House Bill 5411, providing for modernization funding for the Bureau of Corrections, increasing and reorganizing its administration, by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 5412, transferring the National Fire Training Institute from the Philippine Public Safety College to the BFP, by Representative Yap Christopherson.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill 5413, establishing a satellite multi-species marine hatchery in San Juan, Southern Leyte, by Representative Yap Christopherson.
To the Committee on Aquaculture and Fisheries Resources.
House Bill 5414, establishing the official residence of the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines, by Representative Yap Christopher.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill 5415, establishing a special economic zone in the province of Bohol, creating the Northern Bohol Special Economic Zone Authority, by Representative Aumentado.
To the Committee on Economic Affairs and the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill 5416, institutionalizing an emergency medical services system, creating the National EMSS Council, by Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5417, establishing the Philippine e-health system and services network in the delivery of health services with the use of information and communications technology in the Philippines, by Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5418, to enhance citizens' access to government information and services by establishing a system in which government documents issued to the public must be written in plain language and translated to the local language or dialects if necessary, by Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Public Information.
House Bill 5419, promoting sustainable and alternative modes of transportation and other mobility options to improve air quality, increase efficiency, reduce road congestion, and contribute to positive health impacts in our society, by Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill 5420, granting 5% discount on basic and education services to underprivileged students in all levels, including those enrolled in tech booking, by Representative Janicio.
To the Committee on Basic Education, Culture, and the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill 5421, granting bereavement leave of 10 days with full pay to all employees in the private and public sectors, by Representative Janicio.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment, the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Bill 5422, establishing the College Living Expenses Financing CLEF program to support higher studies of Filipino students of good academic standing, by Representative Janicio.
To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill 5423, declaring the Plaza La Liga Filipina as a national historical landmark, by Representative Janicio.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5424, providing for a 3-day emergency leave for all workers in the public and private sectors directly affected by natural calamities or disasters, by Representative Janicio.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation, the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill 5425, expanding the grant of 20% discount and exemption from the value-added tax to senior citizens, by Representative Janicio.
To the Special Committee on Senior Citizens.
House Bill 5426, providing alternative mode of voting for highly vulnerable sectors to exercise their right of suffrage, by Representative Janicio.
To the Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms.
House Bill number 5427, providing for accessible early identification and intervention services for children with special needs, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Welfare of Children.
House Bill 5428, exempting qualified indigents from the payment of professional examination fees, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Civil Service Professional Regulation.
House Bill 5429, instituting the Ex-Offenders Employment Program, by Representative
To the
Dionisio.
Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill 5430, providing protection to freelance workers, by Representative
To
Dionisio.
the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill 5431, establishing a National Sex Offender Registration Database, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill 5432, institutionalizing sports varsity teams in elementary and secondary schools, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5433, expanding the benefits of the Social Security System to provide for unemployment benefits, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Government Enterprises and
House-
Privatization.
House Bill 5434, to establish National Research Development and Extension Center for Banana, by Representative Mendoza.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill 5435, declaring November 11 of every year special non-working holiday in the province of Iloilo to commemorate the birth anniversary of the great Ilonggo Revolutionary General Martin T. Delgado, by Representative Goriseta.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5436, to integrate and strengthen palliative and hospice care into the Philippine healthcare system, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5437, establishing maternal and infant home visiting program, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5438, protecting women in state of custody, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Women and Gender Equality.
House Bill 5439, providing for the employment of the registered nurses for every barangay, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5440, providing for the prevention and treatment of substance abuse among high-risk youth, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Bill 5441, creating programs for incarcerated parents and their children, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 5442, instituting policies for protection and welfare of caregivers in the practice of their profession, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill 5443, institutionalizing scholarship grants to public school teachers and their children, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5444, establishing a senior citizens welfare desk in every barangay, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Special Committee on Senior Citizens.
House Bill 5445, amending the Local Government Code of 1991 by providing an exemption to the limit on the percentage of total agricultural land that can be reclassified, by Representative Loyola.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5446, establishing satellite specialty hospitals in Central Luzon to provide access to specialized medical care, by Representative Bondo.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5447, instituting a policy on blood-borne viral hepatitis testing and screening, by Representative Bondo.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5448, providing for modernization funding for the Bureau of Immigration, by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 5449, requiring all public telecommunications entities and internet service providers to increase service coverage and deliver a minimum standard for internet connection speed, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Information and Communications Technology.
House Bill 5450, establishment of drugstores, otherwise known as butika sa bawat barangay, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5451, requiring critical information infrastructure institutions to adapt and implement adequate measures to protect their information and communications technology systems and infrastructure, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Information and Communications Technology.
House Bill 5452, increasing the social pension of senior citizens, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Special Committee on Senior Citizens.
House Bill 5453, to establish the Forest Cadastre, providing for its procedures, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill 5454, amending the Universal Healthcare Act to provide free annual medical checkup for Filipinos, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5455, requiring public telecommunications entities to provide its subscribers with free access to government websites, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Information and Communications Technology.
House Bill 5456, granting civil service eligibility to government employees whose status of appointment is either casual or contractual and who have continuously rendered at least 5 years of efficient service, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Bill 5457, providing housing to public health workers near government hospitals and other health facilities, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5458, increasing compensation of social workers in government service, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Social Services.
House Bill 5459, requiring the provision of infant-friendly facilities in government agencies and other establishments, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Welfare of Children.
House Bill 5460, mandating the provision of maternity packages to pregnant Filipino women belonging to the low-income group, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Women and Gender Equality.
House Bill 5461, providing for medical parole to persons deprived of liberty, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 5462, providing for a moratorium on student loan payments during disasters and other emergencies, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Disaster Resilience.
House Bill 5463, penalizing the imposition of a no permit, no exam policy or any such policy, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture and the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill 5464, promoting open access in internet services, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Information Communications Technology.
House Bill 5465, requiring the use of plain language in all government-issued public advisories, notices, announcements, and similar documents intended for public dissemination and distribution, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Public Information.
House Bill 5466, establishing a food rescue system to prevent food wastage and promote food security, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Special Committee on Food Security.
House Bill 5467, providing measures to protect individuals engaged in food, grocery, and pharmacy delivery services, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill 5468, granting PWGs a job seekers allowance, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Special Committee on Persons with Disabilities.
House Bill 5469, promoting the growth and development of wired internet infrastructure in rural areas, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Information Communications Technology.
House Bill 5470, establishing a safety internet education program in the curriculum of all elementary and secondary schools, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5471, encouraging and promoting the use and development of satellite-based technologies for internet connectivity, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Information Communications Technology.
House Bill 5472, amending RA 10366, authorizing the Commission on Elections to designate precincts assigned to accessible polling places exclusively for persons with disabilities, pregnant women, and senior citizens, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms.
House Bill 5473, providing employment opportunities for seniors, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Special Committee on Senior Citizens.
House Bill 5474, to promote reforestation and to increase wood production through the establishment of tree growing agreements, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Special Committee on Reforestation.
House Bill 5475, granting hazard pay to barangay tanod members, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5476, providing for the improvement of maternal and childbirth services by establishing birthing centers and training traditional birth attendants, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5477, requiring all government and private hospitals, medical centers, clinics, infirmaries, and puericulture centers to give free medical and dental assistance to indigent children, by Representative
To
Dionisio.
the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5478, integrating labor education into social science subjects in the senior high school and higher education curriculum, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture and the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill 5479, providing for spousal and child support, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Revision of Laws.
House Bill 5480, fostering the participation of Filipinos in the preparation of the annual national budget, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on People's Participation.
House Bill 5481, establishing a national patient navigation and referral system for the purpose of strengthening the provision of healthcare delivery system, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5482, requiring the establishment of fully equipped science laboratories in every public elementary and secondary school, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 5483, increasing the penalty for economic abuse relating to neglecting spousal and child support, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Revision of Laws.
House Bill 5484, granting tax deductions to parents and legal guardians of children with special needs, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Welfare of Children.
House Bill 5485, institutionalizing a national telemedicine system in the Philippines, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5486, providing for training program for teachers of children and youth with special needs, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5487, providing for career opportunities to the youth through the establishment of job placement centers in public high schools, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill 5488, providing for a national program to support and care for the abandoned, neglected, and voluntarily committed children, creating a special trust fund, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Welfare of Children.
House Bill 5489, institutionalizing the granting of assistance to individuals in crisis situation, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Social Services.
House Bill 5490, expanding the application of the Local Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Disaster Resilience.
House Bill 5491, granting lifetime validity of Philippine passports issued to senior citizens, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Foreign Affairs.
House Bill 5492, strengthening the barangay unit through support for barangay officials and barangay volunteer workers, by Representative Dionisio.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5493, providing for Magna Carta for security guards and other private security personnel, by Representatives Duterte and Yap Eric.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill 5494, providing for a Magna Carta for the security guards and other private security personnel, by Representatives Yap Edvic, Tulfo Jocelyn, and Soriano.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill 5495, upgrading the Matilde A. Olivas District Hospital in Camalinugan, Cagayan from Level 1 to Level 2 General Hospital, placing it under the DOH, by Representative Salo.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5496, providing accessibility of PWDs to the built environment, transportation, information and communication technology, and other facilities and services open or provided to the public, by Representative Herrera.
To the Special Committee on Persons with Disabilities.
House Bill 5497, providing for the lifetime validity of PWD IDs, by Representative Herrera.
To the Special Committee on Persons with Disabilities.
House Bill 5498, providing for the disability support allowance for PWDs, by Representative Herrera.
To the Special Committee on Persons with Disabilities.
House Bill 5499, reapportioning the lone district of province of Basilan, creating the first and second legislative districts of Basilan, by Representative
To
Hataman.
the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5500, declaring the month of June of every year as the Marine Turtle Awareness Month, by Representative
To the
Hataman.
Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill 5501, establishing a national wetland policy, by Representative Hataman.
To the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill 5502, adjusting the monthly pension and disability benefits of retirees of the DFA, by Representative
To
Abante.
the Committee on Foreign Affairs.
House Bill 5503, amending sections 443, 454, 463, and 477 of the Local Government Code of 1991, by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5504, exempting bread, sugar, cooking oil, and other basic necessities commonly consumed by poor Filipinos from the imposition of the VAT, by Representatives Brosas, Castro Franz, and Manuel.
To the Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill 5505, adjusting the total permanent physical disability benefit for members of the PNP, by Representative Gomez.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill 5506, amending the expanded Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act of 2012, by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Welfare of Children.
House Bill 5507, amending the Architecture Act of 2004, by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Bill 5508, providing for modernization funding for the Public Attorney's Office, by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 5509, providing for modernization funding for the Office of the Solicitor General, by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 5510, providing for modernization funding for the Land Registration Authority, increasing and reorganizing its administration, by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 5511, providing for modernization funding for the Office of Alternative Dispute Resolution, by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 5512, creating the Council for the Built Environment,
To the Committee on
Representative-
Civil Service and Professional and Regulation.
House Bill 5513, banning the catching, sale, purchase, possession, transportation, importation, exportation of all sharks and rays or any part thereof in the country, by Representative
To
Gatchalian.
the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill 5514, strengthening the Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation, by Representative Vergara.
To the Committee on Government Enterprise and Privatization.
House Bill 5515, establishing the Battle of the Sibuyan Sea Memorial Shrine in Kahidjokan, Romblon, and declaring it a tourism destination, by Representative Madrona.
To the Committee on Tourism.
House Bill 5516, providing for modernization funding for the parole and probation administration, by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill numbers 5517, 5518, and 5519, converting roads in certain municipalities in Quirino and Nueva Vizcaya into national roads, by Representative Cuba.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill 5520, creating the National Museum of Filipino Women, by Representatives Brosas, Castro Franz, and Manuel.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill numbers 5521 to 5524, declaring areas in certain municipalities in Tarlac as ecotourism sites, by Representative Cojuangco Jaime.
To the Committee on Tourism.
House Bill 5525, protecting consumers and merchants engaged in internet transactions, creating the e-commerce bureau by Representative Cojuangco Jaime.
To the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill 5526, creating a tripartite council to address the job skills mismatch, unemployment, and underemployment in the country by Representative Cojuangco Jaime.
To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill 5527, establishing the Kamiling Test the Training and Assessment Training in Matubog, Kamiling, Tarlac by Representative Cojuangco Jaime.
To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill 5528, classifying the sale and importation of all essential drugs and medicines, nutritional foods and drinks as VAT-exempt transactions by Representatives Castro France, Brosas, and Manuel.
To the Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill 5529, mandating all tollway operators implement tax holidays from 10 p.m. of December 24 until 6 a.m. of December 25 and 10 p.m. of December 31 until 6 a.m. of January 1 by Representative
To
Olivares.
the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill 5530, to standardize the salary of public school teachers by Representative Olivares.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
House Bill 5531, establishing the National Maricultural Program by Representative Lee.
To the Committee on Aquaculture and Fisheries Resources.
House Bill 5532, amending Section 144 of the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997 by Representative Salceda.
To the Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill 5533, declaring June 9 of every year as special non-working holiday in Rosario, Batangas in celebration of its founding anniversary by Representative
To
Bolilla.
the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5534, providing for the Magna Carta for public land transport workers by Representative Roman.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill 5535, transferring and turning over to LGUs the administration, management, and control of parks of national significance and historic landmarks by Representative Abante.
To the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill 5536, rationalizing the exercise of the assumption of jurisdiction authority of the Secretary of Labor and Employment over labor disputes by adopting for the purpose the essential services criteria by Representative
To
Mendoza.
the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill 5537, establishing the Philippine Advanced Salt Innovation Center to promote and enhance the salt-making industry in the Philippines by Representative Guico.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill 5538, an act is institutionalizing the Tamaraw Conservation Program by Representative
To
Tariela.
the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill 5539, providing for the Magna Carta of Barangay Health Workers by Representative Castro France, Brosas, and Manuel.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5540, converting the extension campus of Southern Luzon State University in Gumaca, Quezon into a regular campus by Representative Tan Keith Maica.
To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill 5541, converting the extension campus of Technological University of the Philippines in Lopez, Quezon into a regular campus by Representative Tan Keith Maica.
To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill 5542, providing for the conduct of hybrid national, local, and BARM elections through manual voting and counting at the precinct level and automated transmission and canvassing by Representative Palma.
To the Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms.
House Bill 5543, increasing the insurance benefits of local government officials and including the SK member and barangay records keeper in the coverage thereof by Representative Palma.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 5544, establishing a forensic DNA database in the Philippines by Representative Rodriguez Rufus.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill 5545, providing group accident insurance coverage for the first disaster responders by Representative
To
Hernandez.
the Committee on Disaster Resilience.
House Bill 5546, amending the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act of 1997 to recognize and promote the rights of ICCS-IPS within the framework of national unity and development by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Indigenous Cultural Communities and Indigenous Peoples.
House Bill 5547, providing for modernization funding for the National Anti-Poverty Commission by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Poverty Alleviation.
House Bill 5548, adjusting the monthly pension and disability benefits of retirees of the DFA by Representative Chan.
To the Committee on Foreign Affairs.
House Bill 5549, creating the Philippine Rice Development Authority by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization. The Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill 5550, providing for the improvement of maternal and childbirth services by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5551, prohibiting discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, or sex characteristics by Representative Brosas, Castro France, and Manuel.
To the Committee on Women and Gender Equality.
House Bill 5552, strengthening and modernizing the warehouse receipts System by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill 5553, providing poor job applicants a 20% discount in the payment of fees and charges for certain certificates and clearances issued by government agencies by Representative Mendoza.
To the Committee on Poverty Alleviation.
House Bill 5554, ordaining the promotion of social enterprises to alleviate poverty, establishing the poverty reduction through social entrepreneurship program by Representative Alba.
To the Committee on Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprise Development.
House Bill 5557, providing for modernization funding for the National Council on Disability Affairs by Representative Romero.
To the Special Committee on Persons with Disabilities.
House Bill 5558, amending the Magna Carta for persons with disability, providing full support to the improvement of their social total well-being and their integration in the mainstream of society by Representative Romero.
To the Special Committee on Persons with Disabilities.
House Bill 5559, providing for a national policy in preventing adolescent pregnancies by Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Bill 5560, creating the National Eye Center by Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5561, establishing the Science for People and Competitiveness Program by Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Science and Technology.
House Bill 5562, granting free funeral services to extremely poor families and 50% discount from funeral services to indigent families nationwide by Representative Versosa.
To the Committee on Poverty Alleviation.
House Bill 5563, establishing specialty center in every region by Representative Versosa.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5564, establishing a national energy policy and regulatory framework for facilities utilizing waste-to-energy technologies by Representative Versosa.
To the Committee on Ecology and the Committee on Energy.
House Bill 5565, providing for additional benefits for all teacher personnel in state universities and colleges and state-run technical and vocational institutions by Representative Villanueva.
To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill 5566, providing for additional benefits for all teaching and non-teaching personnel in public basic education schools by Representative Villanueva.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5567, requiring all foreign nationals who intend to work in the Philippines to present an employment permit prior to the issuance of non-immigrant visa or temporary admission to the Philippines by Representative Villanueva.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill 5568, providing for mandatory fee HMO plan coverage to faculty and non-teaching personnel in state universities and colleges by Representative
To
Villanueva.
the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5569, providing campus housing to tenured faculty members in state universities and colleges by Representative
To the Committee on
Villanueva.
Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill 5570, integrating labor education in the senior high school curriculum by Representative Villanueva.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5571, requiring the display of calorie and other nutritional information in menus for food service establishments by Representative Villanueva.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 5572, establishing the Pagkain para sa Lahat program by Representative Villanueva.
To the Special Committee on Food Security.
House Bill 5573, institutionalizing and enhancing the skills certificate equivalency program of the Civil Service Commission and the TESDA by Representative Villanueva.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
House Bill 5574, institutionalizing sports varsity teams in elementary and secondary schools by Representative Villanueva.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 5575, amending the Philippine Statistical Art of 2013 by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Economic Affairs.
House Bill 5576, providing for modernization funding for the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Information Communications Technology.
House Bill 5577, providing for modernization funding for the Council for the Welfare of Children by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Welfare of Children.
House Bill 5578, providing for modernization funding for the Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Poverty Alleviation.
House Bill 5579, providing for modernization funding for the Philippine Statistics Authority by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Population Family Relations.
House Bill 5580, amending the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012 by Representative Romero.
To the Committee on Information Communications Technology.
House Bill 5581, establishing a safe pathways network of bicycle lanes, walkways, and slow streets by Representative Hernandez.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill numbers 5582 and 5583, creating additional branches of the RTC in the 2nd Judicial Region to be stationed in the province of Isabela, by Representative Albano.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 5584, empowering emergency volunteers, by Representative Robes.
To the Committee on People's Participation.
House Bill 5585, granting Philippine citizenship to Father Luciano Filoni, by Representative
To the
Brasal.
Committee on Justice.
Resolutions. House Resolution 451, directing the House Committee on Creative Industry and Performing Arts on the plight of Philippine cinema, with the intentions of promoting more film productions to generate employment and reviving its Renaissance and Golden Era, by Representative Villar.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 5452, urging the Committees on Public Information and Communications Technology to investigate the surge in spam text messages, which potentially exposes risks to mobile phone subscribers, by Representative Villar.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 453, directing the Committee on Justice, Welfare of Children, and Population and Family Relations to conduct an inquiry on the increasing number of cybercrime-related incidents involving minors,
To the
by
Committee on
Representative
Rules.
Villar. House Resolution 454, urging His Excellency President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. to renew the policy which grants travel tax exemption to travelers departing from all international airports and seaports in the Mindanao and Palawan to any destination in the Brunei, Darussalam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, East Asian Growth Area, which is set to expire on May 2, 2023, by Representative Sakular.
To the Special
Sakuluran.
Committee on East Asian Growth Area.
House Resolution 455, expressing the House of Representatives' profound congratulations on the occasion of the 44th anniversary of the Jesus is Lord Church on October 29, 2022, by Representatives Suarez and Villarasa Suarez.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 456, organizing the Philippine-Singapore Parliamentarians Friendship Group, by Representative
To
Labad-Labad.
the Committee on Interparliamentary Relations and Diplomacy.
House Resolution 457, directing the appropriate House Committee to conduct an inquiry on the proliferation of spam and phishing text messages in the country, by Representative
To
Gatchalian.
the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 459, urging the BSP to retain the 24% per annum cap on credit card interest rates, the 1% monthly add-on interest rate ceiling on credit card installment loans, and the 200 pesos maximum processing fee per transaction on credit card cash advances, by Representative Campos.
To the Committee on Banks and Financial Intermediaries.
House Resolution 460, congratulating and commending Filipina singer and actress Miss Lea Salonga for winning the Time 100 Impact Award held in Singapore on October 2, 2022, by Representative Gomez.
To the Special Committee on Creative Industry and Performing Arts.
House Resolution 461, directing the Committee on Health to conduct an inquiry on the implementation of the National Human Resources for Health Master Plan 2020-2040, by Representative Tan Kate Mika.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 462, urging the Committee on Health to conduct an inquiry into the unsuccessful National Rabies Prevention and Control Program, by Representative Vilio.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 463, directing the House Committee on Games and Amusements to conduct an inquiry into the extremely rare outcome of the PCSO-sponsored October 1, 2022, 655 Lotto draw, wherein a total of 433 individuals placed bets on the same winning combination and shared the 236 million jackpot prize, by Representative Libanan.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 464, expressing profound sympathies and sincerest condolences of the House of Representatives on the demise of radio broadcaster Percy Lapid, by Representative
To the
Tambunting.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 465, calling on the appropriate House Committee to conduct an investigation on the death of radio broadcaster Percy Lapid, by Representative
To the
Tambunting.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 466, recognizing and congratulating Jesus is Lord Church for celebrating its 44th founding anniversary on October 29, 2022, by Representatives Lagman and Yap Edvic.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 467, recognizing and congratulating Jesus is Lord Church for celebrating its 44th founding anniversary on October 29, 2022, by Representatives Inverga, Cruz, Ambrosio, Aquino, Domingo de Jesus, and Villarica.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 468, condemning in the strongest terms the extrajudicial killing of veteran journalist Percy Lapid and urging the Marcos administration to immediately investigate his murder, by Representatives Castro Franz, Brosas, and Manuel.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 469, congratulating and commending Eugene Torre for being inducted into the World Chess Hall of Fame by Representative Tambunting.
To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Resolution 471, urging the appropriate House Committee to conduct an inquiry regarding the inefficient, delayed, and faulty rollout by the BSP NEDA and the PSA of the National ID System by Representative Herrera.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 472, directing the Committee on Transportation to conduct an inquiry on the alleged port congestion and missing container vans by Representative Pancho.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 473, urging the Committee on Public Order and Safety to conduct an investigation on the hostage-taking perpetrated by an inmate against former Senator Lydel de Lima inside the PNP Custodial Center in Camp Crame on October 9, 2022, by Representative Brosas, Castro France, and Manuel.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 474, congratulating and commending Eugene Torre for being inducted into the World Chess Hall of Fame held in Missouri, USA on October 4, 2022. By Representative Gomez.
To the Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
House Resolution 475, urging the Committee on Energy to immediately conduct an inquiry on the high power rates and frequent power interruptions in all serviceable areas of the Central Negros Cooperative Incorporated. By Representative Gasataya.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 476, directing the House through the Committee on Health to conduct an inquiry on the implementation of salary grade 15 for nurses in the government. By Representatives Castro France, Brosas, and Manuel.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 477, directing the Committee on Muslim Affairs to use its oversight powers on the implementation of ARM law and Bangsamoro Organic Law to assess and compare the effectiveness of the evolution on education by the national government to both the Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao and the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. By Representative Dimaporo Mohammed Khalid.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 478, directing the appropriate House Committee to conduct a study and assessment of the devolved power of the national government of education to the arm and the barm. By Representative Dimaporo
To the
Mohammed
Committee
Khalid.
on Rules.
House Resolution 479, directing the Committee on Labor and Employment to conduct an inquiry on the status of compliance of the Philippine government to its obligations to observe 27 international conventions under the EU GSP Plus program. By Representative Mendoza.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 480, urging all the law enforcement and other responsible agencies of government to join hands in the identification, arrest, prosecution, and punishment at the earliest possible time of all those responsible for this heinous crime without respect to persons in relation to veteran journalist, radio commentator, and columnist Percy Lapid. By Representative Abante.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 481, directing the Committees on Transportation and Economic Affairs to conduct a joint inquiry on the feasibility and long-term economic benefits of constructing the Quezon Canal from Atimonan to Unisan, both in province of Quezon. By Representative Tan Kate Micah.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 484, directing the House through the Committee on Human Rights to investigate the conduct of police visits to the private residences of journalists and the infringement of their right to privacy, as well as the right to information of the people. By Representative Castro France, Brosas, and Manuel.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 485, directing the Committee on Transportation to conduct an inquiry on the implementation defects of RFID data capturing and collection system in the country's expressways, which cause major road congestions and public inconvenience. By Representative Soriano.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 486, calling for a de-escalation in the Russia-Ukraine war and for the two countries under the auspices of the United Nations to find a negotiated solution towards the peaceful settlement of the conflict. By Representative Fernandez.
To the Committee on Foreign Affairs.
House Resolution 487, urging the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation to investigate the Professional Regulation Commission Memorandum Order Number 44, Series of 2019, on the tagging of professional teachers with pending cases emanating from non-payment of debt. By Representative Castro France, Brosas, and Manuel.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 488, calling for an investigation by the Committee on Justice into the operational standards and actual practices of the PNP, PIDEA, and other law enforcement agencies in the handling and treatment of suspects, arrestees, and detainees in light of the indications of special treatment according to Juanito Jose Remulla III, in contrast to what usually happens when those involved are ordinary citizens. By Representative Castro France, Brosas, and Manuel.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 489, condemning in the strongest possible terms the senseless killing of veteran broadcaster Percival Percy Lapid C. Mabasa and expressing grave concern for the safety and security of journalists in the country. By Representatives Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Dalipe, and Libanan.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution Number 490, directing the Congressional Oversight Committee or the House Committee on Ways and Means to conduct an inquiry on the position of value-added tax on importation and local purchase of goods and services by registered business enterprises in the special economic zones. By Representative Macapagal Arroyo.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 491, urging the Committee on Human Rights to conduct an investigation on the human rights violation happening in Himalayan City, Negros Occidental. By Representatives Brosas, Castro France, and Manuel.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 494, condemning in the strongest sense the unabated preying on the lives of Filipino journalists and expressing the profound sympathy and sincere condolence of the House on the death of Percy Lapid. By Representative Villanueva.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 495, directing the Committee on Dangerous Drugs to conduct an investigation on the alleged involvement of some PNP officials, the 990 kilo shabu whole worth 6.7 billion in Tondo, Manila. By Representative Barbers.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 498, condemning the historical distortion and whitewashing of the martial law era and disinformation by the Department of Education in schools modules, and urging the Committee on Human Rights and Committee on Basic Education and Culture to conduct an investigation into the same. By Representatives Castro, France, Brosas, and Manuel.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 499, urging the appropriate committees of the House to conduct an inquiry into the reported fraudulent activities and scams of fakes or unscrupulous international freight forwarders and their local counterparts, victimizing overseas Filipino workers and overseas Filipinos in the shipment and delivery of balikbayan boxes with the aim of curbing and preventing such unlawful activities. By Representative Bagsino.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 500, directing the House through the Local Government Committee to conduct an inquiry on the complaint of residents in Barangay San Luis, Antipolo City against Employees Housing Cooperative, UPECO Homeowners Association as regards the imposition of toll fees to passerby and motorists. By Representative Acop and Marcoleta.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 501, commending and congratulating the Bunuan Bukig National High School for winning the world's best school prizes in environmental action. By Representative Romulo.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Resolution 502, directing the Committee on Public Order and Safety to immediately conduct an inquiry on the bombing of the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines Tower in Causwagan, Lanao del Norte on October 24, 2022. By Representative Fernandez.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 503, urging the appropriate House Committee to conduct a joint inquiry on the operations of Philippine offshore gaming operators and its service providers in the country in light of the recent controversies surrounding the cost and gains from its operations. By Representative Nograles Juan Fidel Felipe.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 504, expressing the profound compassion, solidarity, support, and empathy of the members of the House of Representatives to the victims of severe tropical storm Paeng. By Representative Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Dalipe, Libanan, Marcos, Romualdez, Yedamari, and Asidre.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 505, expressing the profound condolences of the members of the House of Representatives to the bereaved families of those who died during the onslaught of severe tropical storm Paeng. By Representatives Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Dalipe, Libanan, Marcos, Romualdez, Yedamari, and Asidre.
To the Committee on Rules.
Communications. Letters dated September 2021 and 29, 2022 of the BSP Deputy Director and Acting Deputy Director, Office of the General Counsel and Legal Services, transmitting to the House of Representatives duly certified copies of several BSP issuances.
To the Committee on Banks and Financial Intermediaries.
Email dated October 3, 2022 of the Municipal Accountant of Aurora Isabela, transmitting to the House copies of certain reports for the third quarter of 2022 attested by their municipal mayor.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
Committee reports. Committee report number 64 and 98 submitted by the Committee on Agrarian Reform, on House Bill numbers 5287 and 5702, Committee Report number 65, submitted by the Committee on Housing and Urban Development on House Bill 5, Committee Report number 66, submitted by the Committee on Natural Resources on House Bill 5306, Committee Report number 67, submitted by the Committee on Basic Education and Culture on House Resolution 458, Committee Report numbers 68, 71, 74, 75, 76, 77, 80, and 92, submitted by the Committee on Labor and Employment on House Bill numbers 924, 1270, 4477, 988, 4479, 1509, 227, and 454, Committee Report number 69, submitted by the Committee on Youth and Sports Development on House Bill number 4513, Committee Report number 70, 79, 93, 94, 96, 97, submitted by the Committee on Youth and Sports Development on House Resolution numbers 470, 483, 492, 493, 496, and 497, Committee Reports number 72 and 73, submitted by the Committee on Local Government on House Bill numbers 5555 and 5556, Committee Report number 78, submitted by the Committee on Science and Technology on House Resolution 482, Committee Report numbers 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, submitted by the Committee on Tourism on House Bill numbers 5596, 5597, 5598, 5599, 5603, 5604, 5605, 5609, 5610, 5611, and 5653. Committee Report number 95, submitted by the Committee on Muslim Affairs on House Bill 5693. Committee Report number 99, submitted by the Committee on Higher and Technical Education on House Bill number 5719. Committee Report number 100, submitted by the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability and the Committee Agriculture and Food on House Resolution 259.
The aforementioned committee reports are all referred to the Committee on Rules. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, today being a Monday, and pursuant to our rules, I move that we open the privilege hour.
There's a motion to open the privileged hour. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the gentleman from the 1st District of Bukidnon, the Honorable Jose Manuel Alba, to avail of the privilege hour.
The Honorable Jose Manuel F. Alba is recognized to deliver his privileged speech.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Mga pinagpipitagan ng kasapi ng mababang kapulungan, isang mainit na pagbati mula sa abang kinatawan ng unang distrito ng Bukidnon sa panahon ng ating pagdiriwang alinsunod sa Republic Act 10922 na nagtatakda sa ikalawang linggo ng Nobyembre bilang Economic and Financial Literacy Week. Bilang mga kinatawan, dama natin ang araw-araw na kalagayan ng ating mga kababayan. At hindi lingid sa atin na ang kahirapan ay nananatiling mabigat na suliranin ng maraming Pilipino. Meron tayong tinatawag na chronic poverty o talamak na kahirapan na nararanasan sa loob ng maraming taon at naipapamana pa hanggang sa mga kaapu-apuhan. Nariyan din ang transitory poverty na kung saan may mga pamilya na dating namumuhay sa kahirapan, umunlad ang kalagayan, pero muling bumabalik din sa kahirapan pagkatapos ng mga hindi inaasahang mga pangyayari. Kaya nga, laging sinasabi, mahirap maging mahirap. Marahil marami sa atin ang nagtataka at patuloy na napapaisip na sa kabila ng maraming programa, proyekto at pagsusumikap ng ating pamahalaan sa loob ng maraming panahon at sa ilalim ng maraming administrasyon, kahirapan pa rin po ang isa sa nananatiling mabigat na suliranin ng ating lipunan. Bilang isang dating manggagawa sa financial sector, nakita po ng kinatawang ito ang malaking kakulangan sa personal finance education. Ang suliranin sa pananalapi ay hindi lamang po problema ng mahihirap o mga walang trabaho sa mga komunidad, sa rural areas o sa kabukiran. Ito rin ay suliranin ng marami nating mga kababayang manggagawa sa urban centers, kasama ang mga profesional, mapapribado man o pampublikong sektor. Marami po tayong mga kababayan na kahit maganda at maayos ang trabaho, ay nananatiling baon sa utang. Hindi lamang dahil sa limitadong oportunidad, pangkabuhayan, o dahil sa kaliitan ng kinikita, kundi minsan ay dahil na rin sa estilo ng pamumuhay. Meron din po tayong mga kababayan na hirap makabayad sa utang at dahil sa kagibitan ay napipilitang kumapit sa 5-6. At kung makabayad man, halos wala ring naipinagbago sa katayuan sa buhay dahil kung anuman ang kinita ay ibinabayad lang din sa mataas na interes ng pautang. Meron po tayong mga kawani sa pamahalaan at pribadong sektor na kung minsan ay napipilitang magretiro ng maaga para lamang makuha ang retirement benefits at mabayaran ang mga utang. Meron pong mga mag-asawa na nauuwi sa hiwalayan dahil lamang sa away sa pera or away sa utang. Sayang ang pag-ibig kung tunay ngang walang forever. Maraming po tayong mga kababayan na dahil sa kakulangan sa kaalamang pinansyal o dahil sa pagnanais na kumita ng malaki sa loob ng maikling panahon ay napapagsamantalahan at nabibiktima sa tinatawag nating mga scams na pabalik-balik nating napapanood sa telebisyon, naririnig sa radyo o nababasa sa social media. Marami po tayong mga kababayan na hanggang ngayon ay hindi nakakapag-impok. Madam Speaker, distinguished colleagues, ang kakulangan sa kandaan sa ganitong mga sitwasyon ang higit na magbabaon sa utang at kahirapan sa ating mga kababayan sa panahon na abutin ng mabigat na hamong pinansyal katulad ng sakuna o mga kalamidad. As lawmakers, our attention is focused on development. And we all share the same goal of reducing poverty and expanding opportunities for individuals and communities. We know that people who receive foundational instruction on personal finance, access to financial services, and financial skills have stronger footing in life. They are better prepared in managing risks and can withstand adversity. Financial resilience improves their overall economic well-being and gives them greater fighting chance and hope for the future. Ayon sa pananaliksik ng Philippine Statistics Authority, higit na mas maraming Pilipino ang may cellphone kaysa mga Pilipino na may transaction account. Sa isang artikulo sa Business Mirror noong September 12, 2022, nabanggit dito na ayon sa ginawang pananaliksik ng Standard & Poor, 25% lang ng adult Filipinos ang may kaalaman or literate sa usaping pananalapi. Kaya hindi rin po nakapagtataka na marami pa rin sa ating mga kababayan ang nagiging biktima ng scams, pyramiding at mga pangakong easy money. Ang ganitong klase ng financial misinformation, Madam Speaker, ay nakakasira hindi lamang sa personal savings ng ating mga kababayan, ito rin ay may negatibong resulta sa ating mga financial institutions at maging sa pangkalahatang kumpiyansa sa ating ekonomiya. The most obvious solution to these financial problems is to provide and promote personal financial education in all sectors and on multiple levels, regardless of a person's social status or income level. Filipinos can learn how to improve their financial behavior, build effective financial plans, manage income and expenditure, and develop both short-term and long-term financial goals, such as debt management or rehabilitation, retirement planning, investment planning, etc. Isa ding pamamaraan para makamit natin ang sustainable and equitable national development ay financial inclusion. Ito ay naglalayong ang lahat, lalo na ang vulnerable sectors, ay magkaroon ng access sa malawakang hanay ng mga serbisyong pinansyal. Ang financial inclusion ay hindi lamang ang pagiging bahagi ng ating formal financial system o pagkakaroon ng bank account. Ang financial inclusion ay pagkakaroon ng epektibong access at paggamit ng wastong produktong pinansyal na bumabagay sa pangangailangan ng bawat Pilipino. Halimbawa, kapag kailangan ng kapital para makapagsimula ng negosyo, magpatayo ng bahay, magpadala ng pera sa ibang lugar, panggastos sa pagkakasakit at iba pa. Hindi ibig sabihin na kapag financially included ka na, ay hindi ka na magkakaproblema sa pera. Ang ibig sabihin lamang po nito ay mayroon kang mga pagpipilian or range of financial options para mag-impok, umutang, mag-invest at magkaroon ng proteksyon ang mga ari-arian at ang buhay. Sa 2019 Financial Inclusion Survey na ginawa ng Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, lumalabas na 7 sa bawat 10 adult Filipinos ay walang transaction account. Higit na mas maraming babae, 33%, kumpara sa lalaki, 24% ang financially included. 35% ng adults edad 25 pataas ay may bank account. Ipinakita rin ng survey na ang mga underserved and unserved segments tulad ng micro, small and medium enterprises, farmers and fisher folks, informal sector workers, persons with disabilities, at migrant workers and their families. Ang Pilipinas ay mayroong National Strategy for Financial Inclusion 2022 to 2028. At dapat natin itong bigyan ng pansin, pag-aralan at maayos na ipatupad. As former BSP Governor, now Secretary of Finance Benjamin Jokno puts it, the paramount vision of financial inclusion, after all, is to foster sustainable, broad-based growth that promotes shared prosperity and opportunities. Access to financial products and services must not only be broad, but also meaningful in a sense that it opens up opportunities for the man on the street to move up in life. Napakahalaga rin pong matutunan ng bawat Pilipino ang konsepto ng financial resilience. Kapag sinabing resilient, tulad ng kawayan, kaya nating lumaban at mapagtagumpayan ang mga financially stressful events tulad ng pagkakasakit, pagkasira ng tahanan, pagkawala ng negosyo at ari-arian dahil sa bagyo o iba pang mga sakuna. Sa financial resilience, maiiwasan ang mga knee-jerk solutions or reactions sa panahon ng krisis. This is not only about savings, it also means having a plan in place to be able to access funds as and when they are needed or required. Financial resilience means having a long-term financial strategy in place. Mga kapwa ko, mambabatas, Madam Speaker, marami ng pag-aaral at mahaba na ang karanasan na nagpapatunay na ang financial education, inclusion at resilience ay mahalaga sa inclusive growth and economic development. More specifically, it expands the vulnerable sector's access to financial services, increasing their economic opportunities and improving their lives. Madam Speaker, distinguished colleagues, ang tanging kahilingan lamang po ng inyong abang kinatawan mula sa unang distrito ng Bukidnon na sa kasalukuyang kongreso ay mas lalo nating paigtingin ang kampanya laban sa kahirapan sa pamamagitan ng mga panukalang batas na agresibong magbibigay ng edukasyong pinansyal o personal finance education sa lahat ng sektor ng lipunang Pilipino para mas lalong higit nating mapaghandaan ng ating mga kababayan ang mga suliraning pang-ekonomiya at pinansyal, lalong-lalo na para maprotektahan natin ang kinabukasan ng kabataang Pilipino. Maraming salamat po.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the gentle lady from the 4th District of Bukidnon, the Honorable Laarni Roque, for her interpellation.
The Honorable Laarni Roque is recognized.
Madam Speaker, pwede po bang sumagot ng iilang katanungan ang kagalang-galang na kinatawan ng unang distrito ng Bukidnon?
Isang karangalan po na sumagot sa mga katanungan galing sa ating kinatawan mula sa ika-4 na distrito sa probinsya ng Bukidnon.
Madam Speaker, maaari po ba kayong magbigay ng ilang konkretong suhestyon na tutugon sa ating problema sa kahirapan, lalo na sa ating mga kabataan?
Unang-una, nais po natin sanang maging bahagi ang financial education, especially ang personal finance education, na maging bahagi ng ating sistemang pang-edukasyon. Mula sa kabataan, mula sa preparatory school, papunta sa kolehiyo, or even including ang ating mga textbook and further studies. No? Mahalaga na ang edukasyong pang-pinansyal ay maging core competence ng mga Pilipino. So, yun ang isa sa mga halimbawa, Madam Speaker, a distinguished colleague. Pangalawa, nakikita ko rin po na sa panahon ngayon na importante na mabigyan ng financial education ang ating mga manggagawa both sa pribadong sektor at sa pampublikong sektor. No? Para kanila pong mapaghandaan ang kanilang retirement sa panahon na dumating sila sa edad na kinakailangan na nilang magretiro.
Madam Speaker, as pointed out earlier, many of our countrymen are suffering financially. What is the point of teaching them financial management if they have no money to manage?
Madam Speaker, distinguished colleague, napakahalaga po ng financial education. Kahit wala po tayong pera, no, importante po na ma-acquire natin ang tamang financial skills para sa panahon na dumating, kung dumating man ang panahon na magkapera tayo, alam na po natin kung paano ang tamang pagdala o ang tamang management ng ating financial resources. Parang bumibili ho tayo ng sasakyan. Mas mainam or it is more ideal for us to acquire first the driving skills prior to acquiring a unit of car. No? Mas maganda na matutunan muna natin ang pagmamaneho, ang tamang pagmamaneho bago tayo bumili ng sasakyan. Ganon din po pagdating sa financial education, mas mainam na matutunan natin, especially ng ating mga kabataan, ang tamang financial skills para pagdating sa panahon na sila po ay mamamasukan na or papasok sa trabaho, kaya po nilang i-manage ang kanilang financial resources sa panahon na magsimula na silang makasama sa tinatawag nating workforce.
Madam Speaker, according to the World Risk Report that was released this October of 2022, the Philippines was identified as the most disaster-prone country in the world due to its high risk, exposure, and vulnerability to disasters and calamities. Madam Speaker, paano po kaya mapaghahandaan ng mga Pilipino ang hamon ng kalikasan taon-taon?
Ang problema natin sa bagyo, mga kalamidad, is a recurring problem, Madam Speaker, distinguished colleague. Every year, we are almost certain that several typhoons will hit our country. Because of this, very important, Madam Speaker, distinguished colleague, na ang ating mga kababayan ay matulungan, no? Mabigyan ng tamang edukasyon or training pagdating sa tinatawag nating pag-build ng tinatawag nating Financial Resilience Fund. No? Ito yung emergency fund na pwede nilang gamitin sa panahon ng kalamidad. No? Dahil alam naman po natin na sa panahon ng mga kalamidad ay hindi kaagad-agad nakakarating ang ayuda ng ating pamahalaan dahil especially sa mga lugar na medyo mahirap abutin. No? Importante na ang konsepto ng financial education ay ma-integrate sa ating disaster risk management, no? Dahil mas higit na importante ang interes, no? Ang kapakanan ng bawat tao, no? Kaysa sa mga infrastruktura. Madam Speaker, distinguished colleagues, human development, the protection of human life is important, and to ensure that ang ating mga kababayan ay mabigyan ng automatic na tsansa na makarebound pagkatapos ng bagyo, importante na maturuan sila na mag-build ng tinatawag nating Financial Resilience Fund na ito ay magagawa lamang natin kung ang ating mga kababayan ay nabigyan ng training on financial education.
Madam Speaker, last year, OFWs remitted a record-breaking of $34 billion, accounting for 8.9% of the country's GDP. With our inflation rate of 7.7 and the rising peso-dollar exchange rate, what can we do to help our OFWs?
Marami na po tayong narinig na mga kwento sa ating mga kababayang OFWs. No? Isa pong suggestion ng kinatawang ito, nabigyan ng financial education ang ating mga OFWs bago pa man sila mangibang bansa. At sa panahon na sila po ay nagtatrabaho na sa ibang bansa, mas mainam na ang ating mga embahada ay patuloy na magbigay ng continuing financial education to all Filipinos working abroad. And sa panahon na matapos po ang kanilang kontrata sa ibang bansa, mas mainam din po na mabigyan sila ng continuing financial education pag-uwi nila sa Pilipinas para masiguro po natin na kung ang anumang financial resources ang naipon ng ating mga kababayan ay magamit sa tamang paraan at hindi masayang dahil lamang sa luho o sa mga bagay-bagay na hindi kinakailangan ng kanilang pamilya.
Thank you very much for answering my questions, dear colleague. Madam Speaker, I would like to congratulate the Honorable Representative from the 1st District of Bukidnon for his laudable intention to promote financial management among all Filipinos. This representation fully supports this advocacy by providing the necessary knowledge on financial literacy to our countrymen with the ultimate goal of a financially healthy citizenry. Thank you.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the gentleman from the 2nd District of Bukidnon, the Honorable Jonathan Keith Flores.
The Honorable Jonathan Keith Flores is recognized.
Madam Speaker, would the distinguished gentleman from the 1st District of Bukidnon answer some questions?
It would be my honor to answer some of the questions from our distinguished colleague from the 2nd District of Bukidnon.
Thank you. Madam Speaker, we'd just like to know, since he mentioned in the speech that all sectors need personal financial education, how do you intend to achieve promoting personal financial education through all sectors of society?
Madam Speaker, distinguished colleague, it is very important that we institutionalize reforms. And this representation filed several measures in order to promote financial education, first, in the private sector, for the employees in the private sector, for employees or for state workers in the government, and also to integrate financial education in our education system.
Now, Madam Speaker, I would also like to know, would personal finance education include the reorientation of the people in setting their priorities? As you mentioned earlier, that people are buried in debt, not only because of the low wages, but also because of their lifestyle.
Madam Speaker, distinguished colleague, financial education is very critical in nation building. I think, as I have said a while ago, personal finance should be a core competence of every Filipino. Hindi po tinitingnan dito kung ikaw ay mahirap o mayaman. Because at the end of the day, even if we flood the country with livelihood opportunities, but if our people are not given the right financial skills, mahihirapan po rin po tayong solusyonan ang problema sa kahirapan.
Madam Speaker, I ask this question because not so long ago, we saw the launching of the newest iPhone, and we saw people lining up just to get the newest iPhone. There's nothing wrong with getting the new phone, but my question is, would it include the reorientation of what should be prioritized in life?
Yes, I am. This representation is very passionate about personal finance because personal finance is not an ordinary financial education. Madam Speaker, distinguished colleagues, if we talk of personal finance is 80% behavioral and only 20% technical, which means even if you acquire, even if you are knowledgeable in terms of how to manage your resources, financial resources, if there is no change in financial behavior, then nothing will change. That's why it's very important, Madam Speaker, distinguished colleagues, that we provide financial education in all sectors, in all levels. And this is a day-to-day battle that we need to address. Because as we all know, as what our distinguished gentleman from Bukidnon pointed out, we are in a day-to-day battle against consumerism. With all the advertisements coming in through television, cell phones, and other social media, we need to provide continuing assistance through financial education and training to our kababayans so that they will be given enough counseling or enough ideas on how to manage their financial resources. Because at the end of the day, it's a challenge. It's actually a challenge on our behavior.
Well, Madam Speaker, it was also mentioned in the speech that people with foundational instruction on personal finance and access to financial services have a stronger footing in life. Would that statement still be applicable when most people would say that it is the low wages that disrupt their personal financial plans?
Yes, it is applicable, Madam Speaker, distinguished colleague. It is applicable to everybody, regardless of your social condition, regardless of the amount of income that you receive on a monthly basis. Because, as I have said, it involves our behavior. Pwede nga na marami kang pera dahil malaki ang minana mo sa iyong mga magulang. Pero kung hindi naman po tayo, wala tayong financial skills para i-manage ng maayos or wala tayong disiplina pagdating sa paghawak ng ating financial resources, ang pera po nauubos din. So importante, mga kaibigan, Madam Speaker, distinguished colleagues, mahalaga na ang financial training, ang financial behavior, ma-change or ma-improve para ang ating mga kababayan ay mas maging handa sa mga hamon ng panahon.
Now, Madam Speaker, it was also mentioned that financial inclusion includes access to capital. And we all know that we have a lot of government institutions offering capital. But the only problem is that most people I meet always say that it is the problem of complying with the requirements that deter them from having access to this capital. How should we address that?
Madam Speaker, distinguished colleague, this is the challenge for us in government. A challenge that we need to address as soon as possible. We really need to improve our services, especially in terms of providing access to financial products to our constituents, to our kababayans. No? Kasi kahit po maraming pera, kung mahihirapan naman ma-access ng ating mga kababayan ang nasabing mga pondo, ang kadalasan pong nangyayari ay ang tinatakbuhan ng ating mga kababayan ay ang 5-6 or ang tinatawag nating mga informal lenders. Importante na ma-improve ang services no, pagdating sa pagbibigay ng access to financial resources sa ating mga kababayan dahil ito po ay isang paraan para mas mabilis na makarecover ang ating bansa, ang ating lipunan sa epekto, sa negative effects of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you, distinguished gentleman from Bukidnon, for answering my questions.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we refer the speech of the Honorable Jose Manuel Alba and its interpellations to the Committee on Rules for its appropriate actions.
There's a motion. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we suspend the privilege hour to accommodate the oath-taking of the Honorable Mila Magsaysay of the United Senior Citizen Party List.
There's a motion to suspend privilege hour. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Session suspended.
firma din dito eh. Eh, dito. Session resumed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, we are in receipt of a certificate of proclamation issued by the Commission on Elections proclaiming United Senior Citizens Party List as winner in the party list elections on May 9, 2022, and to entitle its nominee, Ms. Milagros Aquino Magsaysay, to sit as its representative to the House of Representatives of the Congress of the Philippines. Mr. Speaker, pursuant to the aforementioned certificate of proclamation, I move that we allow Ms. Milagros Aquino Magsaysay, representative of the United Senior Citizens Party List, to take her oath in open session.
Is there any objection to the motion? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is directed to call the representative of the United Senior Citizens Party List to take her oath of office before the body.
Family. Huh? Family?
May I request all the members of the House of Representatives and all our guests in the galleries to please rise to witness the oath-taking of our new member. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
Milagros Aquino Magsaysay,
of Ilisur, San Juan, La Union,
of Ilusur, San Juan, La Union,
having been elected as a representative, United Senior Citizens Coalition ng Party List Incorporated,
having been elected as representative, United Senior Citizens Coalition ng Pilipinas Incorporated,
hereby solemnly swear
hereby solemnly swear
that I will well and faithfully discharge,
that I will well and faithfully discharge,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
the duties of my present position
the duties of my present position
and of all others
and of all
I
others
may hereafter hold
I may hereafter hold
under the Republic of the Philippines,
under the Republic of the Philippines,
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the Philippines,
the Constitution of the Philippines,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will obey the laws,
and that I will obey the laws,
legal orders,
legal orders,
and decrees
is
promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines,
promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines,
and that I impose this obligation
and that I impose this obligation
upon myself voluntarily,
upon myself voluntarily,
without mental reservation
without mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do this.
Mr. Speaker, in order to allow our members to meet and extend their greetings to the Honorable Milagros Aquino Magsaysay from United Senior Citizens Party List, I move that we suspend session for a few minutes.
Session suspended. Session resumed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, in the interest of the people of the 1st District of Zamboanga del Norte, I move that we designate Majority Leader Manuel Jose Manix M. Dalipe as the legislative caretaker of the 1st District of Zamboanga del Norte.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader Manuel Jose Manix M. Dalipe is designated as legislative caretaker of the 1st District of Zamboanga del Norte.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we resume privilege hour.
Any objections? The chair hears none. We resume the privilege hour.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize the Congresswoman from Gabriela Party List, Representative Arlene Brosas, for her privilege speech.
The Honorable Arlene Brosas of Party List Gabriela is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sa panahon po ng matinding pang-aabuso at panggigipit sa hanay ng kababaihan sa Pilipinas at sa iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo, higit na makabuluhan ang paggunita natin ngayong buwan ng Nobyembre, ang International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, o IDVAW, na may pandaigdigang tema na Unite, Activism to End Violence Against Women and Girls. Bagamat taon-taon, pinaghahandaan ng maraming mga ahensya at organisasyon ang paggunita sa IDVAW, marami sa atin ang hindi pamilyar sa kasaysayan nito. Mr. Speaker, mga kapwa kinatawan, mahalagang balikan ang kasaysayan ng IDVAW, lalo na ang maningning na pakikibaka ng kababaihan para sa kalayaan at katarungan na naging inspirasyon ng marami sa buong daigdig. Noong panahon ng Cold War, sinuportahan ng Estados Unidos ang 30 taong diktatorya ni Generalissimo Rafael Trujillo ng Dominican Republic hanggang dekada 60. Ang pasistang rehimen na ito ay pumatay ng mahigit 50,000 gamit ang puwersang militar at secret police. Sa huling taon ng paghahari ni Trujillo, ipinag-utos nito ang pagpatay sa 3 magkakapatid na Mirabal or the Mirabal sisters, sina Patria Mercedes, Maria Argentina, Minerva at Antonia Maria Teresa, 3 magigiting na namumuno sa Las Mariposas at June 14th Movement at sa mga kababaihang nangahas na lumaban sa diktatorya. Bagamat napaslang sila, kinilala pa rin sila bilang mga pambansang martir sa kanilang bansa sa Dominican Republic. Maging ang kababaihan sa iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo ay kinikilala ang kanilang ambag sa kilusan ng kababaihan. Kaya ipinapanawagan at matagumpay na idineklara ang anibersaryo ng petsa ng kanilang pagpaslang, November 25, 1960, bilang International Day to End Violence Against Women. Hindi malayo ang sitwasyong kinaharap ng Mirabal Sisters sa kasalukuyang state ng kababaihan sa ating bansa. Sa katunayan, kaliwat kanan ang paghihirap at panunupil na nararanasan ng kababaihan ngayon. Matitinding kaso ng pang-aabuso, krisis sa ekonomiya, at patuloy na panggigipit at karahasan sa hanay ng mga kababaihan. Sa matagal na panahon, nananatiling vulnerable ang kababaihan sa pang-aabuso at pananamantala. An average of 8 people a day are sexually assaulted, according to the data of the Philippine National Police during the enhanced community quarantine in 2020. Mula Marso hanggang Abril 2020, sa napakaikling panahon, mahigit 1,200 na kaso ng krimen laban sa kababaihan at kabataan ang naitala. Mula March 17 hanggang May 23, umabot sa 602 ang naitalang kaso ng rape. Hiwalay pa rito ang mataas na kaso ng online sexual exploitation of women and children mula March to May ng 2020 hanggang sa kasalukuyang taon. Malinaw na habang tumitindi ang krisis sa ekonomiya, tumindi rin ang pagiging vulnerable ng kababaihan sa iba't ibang mga forma ng karahasan, tulad ng online prostitution at online pornography na makikita sa social media at iba pang digital platforms. Kamakailan lamang natagpuan ang bangkay ni Irish May Payonga, isang 18 taong gulang na grade 12 student ng Ateneo de Naga University na napabalitang nawawala sa Nabua, Camarines Sur. Ayon sa investigasyon, ni-rape at ninakawan ang biktima na pauwi na sana sa kanyang pamilya. Isa si Irish May Payonga sa napakaraming kababaihan at kabataan na biktima ng karahasan sa kababaihan at hanggang ngayon hindi pa rin nabibigyan ng hustisya. Isang kinakaharap din ng kababaihan ay ang nagtataas ang presyo ng bilihin, serbisyo at utilidad na isa sa mga salik kung bakit lalong vulnerable ang kababaihan at kabataan sa abuso at karahasan. Ayon sa latest survey ng Social Weather Station or SWS, mahigit 2.9 milyong pamilya o 1/10 ng Filipino families ay nakakaranas ng matinding kagutuman noong buwan ng Oktubre. Ayon din sa Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA, umabot na sa 7.7% ang inflation noong nakaraang buwan, pinakamataas sa nakaraang 14 na taon. Sa kabila ng sunod-sunod na bagyo, patuloy na tumataas ang presyo ng bilihin. Nagbabadya rin na tumaas muli ang presyo ng gasolina na tinatayang aabot sa 45 centavos to 1 peso per liter. At para tuluyan na talagang malunod sa krisis ang mga Pilipino, nagpahayag pa kamakailan ang MWSS or Metropolitan Water Works and Sewerage System na gusto nitong itaas ang singil sa tubig mula 26.81 per cubic meter to 35.86 pesos per cubic meter. Ang masaklap pa rito, wala tayong makitang aksyon sa ngayon mula sa gobyerno. Wala sa prioridad nito ang Inflation Reduction Measure at nauna pang ang pirmahan ang SIM card registration law na dagdag pasanin sa mamamayan at sagka sa kanilang batayang karapatan. Ang dapat gawing prioridad ngayon ay ang mga batas na agad na magbibigay alwan sa mamamayan. Tulad ng House Bill 400 ng namin na magtatanggal ng train law, excise tax at value-added tax or VAT sa produktong petrolyo. At House Bill 5504 na magbibigay ng VAT exemption sa tinapay, asukal, canned goods at iba pang basic commodities. At habang tila walang humpay ang krisis sa ekonomiya, nananatiling mumo ang sahod ng mga manggagawa. Nananatiling nakapako sa 570 pesos kada araw ang arawang sahod sa National Capital Region, na malayong malayo sa 1,119 pesos na daily family living wage o nakabubuhay na antas ng sahod. Sa ilalim ng pandemya, iba yung binarat pa ang sahod ng mga manggagawa at binawasan ang araw ng trabaho. Sa nagtataasang presyo ng bilihin at utilidad, saan naman aabot ang 570 pesos ng isang manggagawa? Barya na nga lang ang sahod, hindi pa ligtas ang lugar ng kanilang pinagtatrabahuan. Kahit sa lugar ng paggawa, matindi ang karahasan na dinadanas ng kababaihan. Patuloy na itinutulak ng Gabriela Women's Party ang pagratipika ng Pilipinas sa International Labor Organization or ILO Convention Number 190 na naglalayong hikayatin ang mga gobyerno na magpasa ng mga polisiya upang wakasan ang karahasan at panliligalig sa mundo ng paggawa. Yan po ang ILO Convention or C-190 na tinatawag. Higit na mahalaga ang pagsusulong nito sa ngayon dahil sa pagtindi ng karahasan sa kababaihan at sa mga kababaihang manggagawa sa sektor ng kalusugan at sa iba't ibang vulnerableng sektor. Napapanahon din ang pagkakaroon ng ganitong klase ng batas sa gitna ng pagharap ng mga manggagawa sa mga bagong hamon ng alternatibong eskema sa paggawa gaya ng work from home or WFH, pag-digitalize ng gawain, home-based workers at hindi paghihiwalay ng domestikong espasyo sa lugar paggawa. Sa kabila ng tumitinding karahasan laban sa kababaihan, patuloy ang panawagan ng sektor ng kababaihan na agad na ipasa ang mga pro-women at pro-LGBTQIA+ bills tulad ng anti-rape law amendments, batas na naglalayong palawigin ang karapatan ng kababaihang bilanggo, expanded Violence Against Women and Children Bill, Fundamental Equality of Women and Men and Women Bill, sitting break para sa kababaihang manggagawa, sexual orientation, gender identity and expression, and sex characteristics o yung tinatawag na SOGI-SC Equality Bill, divorce bill at batas na nagpapalawig ng mga basehan para sa legal separation. Ang kampanyang ito ng malawak na hanay ng kababaihan ay gagawin ding oportunidad para itaas ang antas ng kaalaman ng mamamayan, kaugnay ng pagrespeto sa karapatan ng kababaihan at bata, at sama-samang labanan ang lahat ng forma ng karahasan laban sa mamamayan. We are hopeful that this August Chamber will be a staunch supporter of our crusade to raise awareness on all forms of violence affecting women and to strengthen existing laws to protect women and children from abuse and violence. Sama-sama nating labanan ang karahasan at abuso. Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker.
Majority Floor Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we refer the privileged speech of the Honorable Arlene Brosas to the Committee on Rules for its appropriate actions.
Is there any objection? Chair hears none. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Representative Raul Daniel A. Manuel of the Party List Kabataan to avail of the privileged hour.
Representative Raul Daniel Manuel of Party List Kabataan is recognized for his privilege speech, to avail of the privilege hour.
Salamat, Mr. Speaker. Isang mapagpalayang hapon sa lahat ng mga kapwa ko mambabatas. I rise on a matter of personal and collective privilege. This afternoon, I encourage everyone to take a walk down memory lane. How was your own first day of school? Each first day is different, of course, but it usually signifies a new chapter in our lives wherein we meet new friends, gain new learning, challenges, and experiences. Pero sa likod ng tuwa, kilig at galak na pumasok sa paaralan ay hindi mawawala ang kaba. Para sa lagpas 20 milyong estudyanteng Pilipino na sumasabak na ngayon sa full face-to-face classes, iba't ibang tipo ng kaba ang kanilang nararanasan. Kinakabahan sila kung babagsak ba sila sa exam o kung makikita na ulit nila ang kanilang crush. Habang may mga bagong karanasang sasalubong sa ating mga estudyante, hindi naman natin maikakaila na may mga dating usaping bubungad na naman sa kanila. Matagal na inantay at iginiit ng mga kabataan ang pagbabalik eskwela, ngunit hindi ibig sabihin nito na babalik lang tayo sa dating gawi. Nananatili ngayong Nobyembre ang mga problema na nakita natin noong Agosto. Halimbawa, maraming estudyante ang kinakabahan tuwing umaga kung makakasakay ba sila kaagad ng jeep para hindi malate sa unang asignatura nila sa klase. Ito na nga ang nangyayari, survival of the fittest pa rin. Pahirapan sa biyahe, papunta sa paaralan. Sa syudad man, dahil sa bulok na sistemang trapiko, o sa mga nayon, dahil sa kawalan ng maayos na infrastruktura, o kahit mismong paaralan na malapit lang sa mga residente. Nakakakaba rin kapag may kaklase na nagpapakita ng sintomas ng COVID-19. Lumipas na ang November 2 deadline na tinakda para simulan ang 100% face-to-face classes. Pero maraming mga eskwelahan ay hindi pa nakapagpaayos ng mga classroom at iba pang pasilidad para matiyak halimbawa ang ventilasyon. Kahit ang mga gabay sa health protocols ay lubhang nagkukulang sa pagiging siyentipiko, pagiging lapat sa mga pinakahuling pananaliksik, at pagtugon sa mga hinaing ng education community. Napunanan natin ang ilan sa mga puntong nilalaman ng DepEd Department Order 34, pero hanggang ngayon ay wala pa ring signifikanteng pagbabago rito. Tinulak natin ang ligtas na pagbubukas ng mga paaralan para hindi na magtiis ang maraming mga mag-aaral sa online mode of learning na nagpahirap sa kanila. Pero hindi dapat isalubong sa mga estudyanteng sabik na makapasok ang isang welcome back o welcome back to school experience. Dapat ang pagbubukas ng mga paaralan ay paglaya sa mga kaduda-dudang bayarin na sinisingil sa ilalim ng online learning. Hindi dapat gamitin ang muling pagbubukas ng mga paaralan para magpataw ng kung ano-anong dagdag na bayarin at pagtaas ng matrikula, lalo na at gagastos ang mga estudyante para sa pamasahe, pagkain, dormitoryo o iba pang education-related expenses. Sa panahong lalong tumataas ang presyo ng mga bilihin at sinalanta ng mga kalamidad ang maraming mga Pilipino. Ginhawa ang inaasahan ng mga estudyante at magulang sa balik eskwela, hindi dagdag na kaba at pasanin. As we implement full face-to-face classes, we need to fully come face-to-face with the reality that to assist the many students who have already been left behind by school closures, we need to prioritize learning recovery through measures that contribute to the attainment of safe, accessible, and quality school reopening. Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker. Muli, magandang hapon sa lahat.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we refer the privileged speech of the Honorable Raul Daniel Manuel to the Committee of Rules for its appropriate action.
Is there any objection? Chair hears none. Motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Bai Dimple I. Matsura of the 1st District of Maguindanao and Cotabato City for the privilege hour.
The lady from the 1st District of Maguindanao and Cotabato City, Representative Bai Dimple Mastura, is recognized to avail of the privilege hour.
Mr. Speaker, I rise on a question of privilege, personal, collective privilege, regarding the devastation caused by Typhoon Paeng in my district. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. May the peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon us all. Ginoong Speaker, mga minamahal kong kasamahan sa Kongreso, isa pong nakapanlulumo at nakalulungkot na balita ang aking ibabahagi ngayong araw. Ang kasalukuyang mapait at mahirap na sitwasyon nararanasan ng aking humigit kumulang kalahating milyong mga kababayan sa unang distrito ng Maguindanao at Cotabato City na nasalanta ng bagyong Paeng. 64 ang namatay sa aking distrito. 46 ay dahil sa pagguho ng mga lupa sa bayan ng Dato Odin Sinsuat. 8 mula sa Dato Blas Sinsuat, 7 sa bayan ng Upi, at 3 naman mula sa bayan ng Barira. May mga iilan pa ang mga nawawala at kinatatakutan na patay na. Patuloy pa rin ang search and rescue operations ng mga apektadong lokal na pamahalaan doon. It is with deep regret, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, that this representation admits that we were not prepared. The track of the typhoon plotted on the map failed to show that Maguindanao was at the center of the storm. Moreover, our local government units did not have sufficient funds to ensure their resilience to calamities such as this. It must be emphasized that my district is part of Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao o BARM, which used to receive funds of only 10 to 35 billion pesos, while other regions have been enjoying more than 70 billion pesos of annual funding. Ang 70 bilyong pisong pondo ay kamakailan lamang natatanggap ng rehiyong Bangsamoro. Tunay nga naman na di nito agarang mapunan ang dekadang kahirapan at kawalan ng pinansyal na kapasidad ng rehiyon. Sa katunayan, may mga iilang mga bayan sa aking distrito na hindi nakakatanggap ng Internal Revenue Allotment o IRA. Sila ay yung mga IRA-less municipalities kung tawagin. While the Local Government Support Fund or LGSF was meant to augment this, the LGSF was however available only to LGUs outside of BARM as the General Appropriations Act or GAA specifically provided that the amount appropriated therein shall be used for financial assistance to LGU except for LGUs under the BARM. We hope that next year, the BARM will be included as beneficiaries of the LGSF because with our financial incapacity, we cannot expect our LGUs to be resilient. Para sa kaalaman ng lahat, Ginoong Speaker, mga minamahal kong kasamahan, salat kami sa regular na evacuation centers. Ang aming mga paaralan ang nagsisilbi at ang mga pansamantalang evacuation centers. Ngunit hindi ito sapat. Sa katunayan, kulang pa ang aming mga silid-aralan at mga karamihan ay sira-sira na. Samantalang ang iba ay lubog pa rin sa tubig baha. Since our school buildings are not designed as evacuation centers, most of them are ill-equipped for disasters. Even our old gymnasiums were not spared from flood waters. Kulang ang aming mga pasilidad. Wala kaming mga rubber boats para itawid ang mga apektadong residente sa mga ligtas na lugar. O di kaya'y sagipin ang mga nalulunod na mga bata at mga matatandang tinatangay ng rumaragasang tubig baha. Nakapanlulumo, nakalulungkot. At kahit pa ang kalakhan sa amin ay nakalubog, ang inyong lingkod ay ninais at nanaising samahan ang aking mga kababayan para damayan sila sa oras ng pangangailangan. My people and I waited, Mr. Speaker, wading in murky waters for hours, not knowing that we have been physically cut off from the sources of aid. The old Sarakan Steel Bridge along Cotabato, Lanao, Matanog section, our only link to regions 9, 10, 11, and 12 became unstable, dangerous, and finally impassable. The Nituan Bridge in Parang and the Oring Bridge in Buldon were also damaged. The Tapian Bridge, which provided access from Dato Odin Sinsuat Municipality to Dato Blas Sinsuat Municipality, had also collapsed. The Simoy Bridge in Sultan Kudarat Municipality, which had long needed repairs, also gave way. While we are grateful to the NDRRMC and the DSWD for the prompt response, we lament that relief came to my people only after the agency had gotten hold of the numbers of affected individuals. Kailangan bang alamin muna ang eksaktong numero ng mga apektadong mga mamamayan bago bumili o maghatid ng tulong? Sa aming karanasan sa unang pagbugso ni Bagyong Paeng, ang pagkalap at pagbilang ng mga nasalanta ay lubhang napakahirap dahil kalakhan sa mga lugar ng aking distrito ay sobrang hirap maabot, lalo't higit sa pagkakataong iyon ay nakalubog na sila sa tubig baha. Ang kawalan ng linya ng komunikasyon ay lalo pang nagpahirap sa sitwasyon. Bagaman at naantala ang pagdating ng mga tulong, buong puso po kaming nagpapasalamat sa lahat ng mga nagpaabot ng tulong at simpatya. We are grateful for those who gave their assistance by air. We are thankful for the help of our very own Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez and our colleagues here in Congress. We would like also to express our gratitude to Senate President Zubiri and other senators who personally came to Maguindanao and gave relief goods. We want also to thank Vice President Inday Sara Duterte for providing food for our people, as well as all the other individuals, local government units, public and private organizations who generously provided assistance during the crisis. No less than the President himself, Bongbong Marcos, together with the Secretary Bonoan of DPWH, Secretary Erwin Tulfo of DSWD, and other department heads came to have first-hand information of what happened and to lend a helping hand. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, tunay ngang kalunos-lunos ang kinasapitan ng aking mga mamayan sa unang distrito ng Maguindanao, kabilang na ang lungsod ng Cotabato. Ang aking mga kababayan sa dalampasigan ng Kusyong sa Dato Odin Sinsuat na inilikas sa mataas na bahagi ng sitio Tinabon, 2 taon na ang nakalilipas dahil sa mapaminsalang Bagyong Frank noong 2008 ay tuluyang di nakaligtas sa pagkakataong ito dahil nilamon sila ng landslide dulot ng Bagyong Paeng at tinatawag pong Ground Zero yung barangay na yon. Ganon din sa ibang parte ng aking distrito kung saan ang mga residenteng lumikas patungo sa matataas na lugar ay di rin nakalagtas sa malawakang landslide at rumaragasang tubig baha. For several days, my district was submerged in water. Pictures of some of the flooded areas were captured. Parang, Buldon, Matanog, Barira, Sultan Mastura, Sultan Kudarat, Northern Kabuntalan, Mother Kabuntalan, Talitay, Upi, Dato Blas Sinsuat, Dato Udin Sinsuat, and Cotabato City, nothing was spared. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, we know that in the past, typhoons rarely visited Mindanao. Perhaps climate change have made us more prone to typhoons. As my district, which includes Cotabato City and Maguindanao del Norte, is the recipient of waters coming from as far as Bukidnon and from North and South Cotabato. There is a need to revisit the status of Mindanao River Basin Project. We want to know when the dredging of the Rio Grande de Mindanao, the second largest river in the country, will resume. Gusto ko rin po kunin ang pagkakataong ito, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, upang imungkahi at susugan ang direktiba ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos na ibalik ang district office ng Department of Public Works and Highways sa Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao o BARM. Sa pamamagitan nito ay mas mapabilis at mapadali ang pagtugon sa mga suliranin sa mga kalye at infrastruktura, lalo na sa gitna ng krisis tulad ng naranasan natin kay Bagyong Paeng. I therefore appeal to this august body to look into this matter and act upon this very important call immediately. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, Typhoon Paeng directly affected more than 500,000 of my constituents. 1,112 houses were destroyed. Of this number, 998 were totally damaged, 112 partially damaged, 39 injured, 16 missing and are feared dead, and 64 have now been confirmed to have died as of 6 November 2022. Several storms have already ravaged my district, but we shall continue to remain steadfast as we put our hope in Allah and proclaim, Allahu Akbar, God is the most great. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, honorable colleagues. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we refer the privileged speech of the Honorable Bai Dimple I. Mastura to the Committee on Rules for its appropriate action.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we terminate the privilege hour.
There is a motion to terminate the privilege hour. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, may we recognize the guests of the Honorable Lolita Karen Tanyala Javier, representative of the 2nd District of Leyte. First, the Vice Governor of the Province of Leyte, the Honorable Leonardo Sandy Javier Jr., Mr. Gaudencio J.R. Celiona, and Ms. Maika Javier Celiona.
The chair would like to recognize the presence of the guests of the representative from Leyte, the Honorable Lolita Karen Tanyala Javier. The chair would like to recognize Vice Governor of the Province of Leyte, Vice Governor Leonardo Sandy Javier Jr., Singer Gaudencio J.R. Celiona, and Maika Javier Celiona. Mayong pag-abot din sa Ubos Balay, Balaoranan. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, may we recognize the guests of the Honorable Alan B. Ecleo, representative of the Lone District of Dinagat Islands,
Board Member Errol Conrad B. De La Cruz, Board Member Rajivi Amor E. Alcaria, RN, MAN, Board Member Carlos P. Bua, Board Member Ali P. Adlawan, Board Member Jocelyn B. Relator, and Mr. J.P. Espares.
The Chair would like to recognize the guests of the Honorable Alan Ecleo from the Lone District of Dinagat Island. Board Member Errol Conrad De La Cruz, Board Member Rigivi Amor Alcaria, Board Member Carlos Bua, Board Member Ali Adlawan, and Board Member Jocelyn B. Relator. Welcome, maayong pag-abot tingin sa ubos Balay Balaoranan, and please give my regards to Governor Nilo de Meri. Maayong hapon. The Chair would like to declare 3 minutes suspension to allow our guests to interact with the members of the House. Session is resumed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, under the calendar of unfinished business, I move that we resume consideration of House Bill 4102, contained in the committee report of number 24, submitted by Committee on Ways and Means. And for this purpose, may I ask that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill?
Is there any objection? Chair is none. The Secretary General is requested to read the title of House Bill 4102.
House Bill number 4102, an act imposing excise tax on plastic bags, thereby adding sections 150-C and 288H in the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997 as amended.
Mr. Speaker, the parliamentary status of the bill is that it is in the period of sponsorship and debate. Mr. Speaker, there being no other member who wishes to interpolate the sponsor, I move that we terminate the period of sponsorship and debate.
Is there any objection? Chair is none. The period of interpellation and debate is hereby closed.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we suspend consideration of House Bill number 4102.
Is there any objection? Chair is none. Motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, under the calendar of unfinished business, I move that we resume consideration of House Bill number 4122, as contained in the committee report number 25, submitted by Committee on Ways and Means. And for this purpose, may I ask the Secretary General to read the directed House bill?
Is there any objection? Chair hears none. I request the Secretary General to please read House Bill 4122.
House Bill 4122, an act imposing value-added tax on digital transactions in the Philippines, amending for the purpose sections 105, 108, 109, 110, 113, 114, and 236, and adding a new section 105-A of the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997 as amended.
Mr. Speaker, the parliamentary status of the bill is that it is in the period of sponsorship and debate. Mr. Speaker, there being no other member who wishes to interpolate the sponsor, I move that we terminate the period of sponsorship and debate.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The period of sponsorship and debate is hereby closed.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we suspend consideration of House Bill number 4122.
Is there any objection? Chair hears none. Motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, under the calendar of unfinished business, I move that we resume consideration of House Bill number 4339 as contained in the committee report number 27. And for this purpose, may I ask the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill?
Is there any objection? Chair hears none. The Secretary General is directed to read the title of House Bill 4339.
House Bill number 4339, an act amending Section 6, 22, 24, 25, 27, 28, 32, 34, 37, 38, 39, 42, 51, 52, 54, 56, 57, 73, 108, 109, 112, 121, 122, 123, 127, 149, 174, 176, 179, 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, 186, 187, 190, 195, 198, 199, 204, 222, 237, 237-A, 255, 256, 257, 258, 269, 263, 261, 263, 264, 266, 275, inserting new section 270-A and repealing sections 175, 177, 178, 180, 188, 192, and 193, all under Republic Act number 8424, otherwise known as the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997 as amended.
Mr. Speaker, the parliamentary status of the bill is that it is in the period of sponsorship and debate. There being no other member who wishes to interpolate the sponsor, I move that we terminate the period of sponsorship and debate.
Is there any objection? Chair hears none. The period of sponsorship and debate is hereby terminated.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we suspend consideration of House Bill 4339.
Is there any objection? Chair hears none. Motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend session.
Session suspended. Session is resumed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration on third reading of House Bill number 3622, printed copies of which were distributed to the members pursuant to the rules of the House. For this purpose, may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill and thereafter to call the roll for nominal voting.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, the Secretary General is directed to read the title of the bill and thereafter call for the roll for the voting.
House Bill number 3622, an act extending the life of the Philippine Aerospace Development Corporation by another 50 years, amending for the purpose Presidential Decree number 286 as amended, entitled Authorizing the Creation of a Philippine Aerospace Development Corporation, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. Roll call of members in consideration on third reading of House Bill number 3622. Abalos, Abante, Abunda, Charon, Asidre, Acop, Adyong, Advincula, Agaraw, Alba, Albano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez Jose, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Ang, Angara, Aquino, Arbison, Arenas, Arrogancia, Asistio, Ataide, Aumentado, Balindong, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Barzaga, Bascub, Bautista, Bautista Lim, Benitez, Bernos, Billones, Biron, Bolilla, Bondoc, Bongalon, Bordado, Bosita, Briones, Brosas, Buhain, Bulot Begtang, Bustos, Cabredo, Cagas, Kahayon Uy, Calderon, Calixto, Campos, Kawagdan, Cardema, Cari, Castro Franz, Castro Jean, Celeste, Chan, Chato, Chua, Chungalao, Ko Angelica Natasha, Ko Elizalde, Ko Pilar, Ko Juanco Jaime, Ko Juanco Mark, Colada, Colliantes, Corvera, Cruz Ambrosio, Cruz Ricardo, Cuwa, Quaresma, Dagook, Dalipe, Dalog, Dayang Hiram, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor, Del Mar, De Los Santos, Dimaporo Muhammad Khalid, Dimaporo City Amina, Dionisio Domingo Duavit Duhali Duterte, Di Faustino Ino, Di Faustino Michael, Di Ian Paul, Ecleo, Emano, Enciso, Enverga, Escudero, Espares, Espina, Estrella, Yudela, Farinas, Fernandez, Ferrer, Antonio, Ferrer, Juliet Marie, Flores, Fortes, Frasco, Fresnedi, Fuentebella, Galeyos, Garcia Albert, Garcia Dante, Garcia Jose Arturo, Garcia Maria Angela, Garcia Pablo Jan, Garcia Vincent, Guardiola, Garin, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Go Ed Christopher, Go Mark, Goles, Gomez, Gonzaga, Gonzales Aurelio, Gonzales Neptali, Gonzales Sandro, Goriseta, Gico, Gintu, Gulias, Gutierrez, Hagedorn, Haresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera, Horebata, Javier, Ko Olga Ara, Ko Ricardo, Ko Wilton, Konghun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lacson Noel, Lagman, Lagon Daphne, Lagon Sani, Lara, Lazatin, Lee, Ligarda, Libanan, Limcaychong, Loyola, Luistro, Lumayag, Macapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Magsino, Malapitan, Mangawang, Manikis, Manuel, Marañon, Marcoleta, Marcos, Mariano Hernandez, Marinho, Marquez, Martinez, Mastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miguel, Momo, Morden, Nava, Nisay, Noel, Nograles, Juan Fidel, Nograles, Margarita, Nolasco, Uaminal, Olaso, Olivares, Ongchuan, Ordanes, Ortega, Uwano Dizon, Padiernos, Paduano, Paglas, Palma, Panaligan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual, Peña, Pimentel, Plaza, Plato, Primicias Agabas, Pumaren, Puno, Kimbo, Rama, Recto, Regencia, Revilla Brian, Revilla Ramon Jolo, Reyes, Rillo, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez, Eulogio, Rodriguez, Rufus, Roman, Romero, Romualdez Ferdinand, Romualdez Yeda Marie, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Sali, Salimbangon, Salo, Salvame, Santos, Saulug, Silverio, Singson Richel, Singson Ronald, Singson Mihan, Solon, Soriano, Suwan, Suwansing Horacio, Suwansing Micaela Angela, Zuarez, Talyado, Tamayo, Tambunting, Tan Joseph, Tan Keith Micah, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Tambut, Tan Chay, Tan Huatco, Tariela, Teodoro, Teves Arnolfo, Teves Jose, Tiangco, Tieng, Tolentino, Tulfo Jocelyn, Tulfo Ralph Wendell, Tupas, Tutor, T, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso Tuazon, Vergara, Versosa, Villa, Villafuerte Luis Raymond, Villafuerte Miguel Luis, Villanueva, Villar, Villaraza Suarez, Villarica, Villago, Yap Christiantel, Yap Christopherson, Yap Edvic, Yap Eric, U. Divina Grace, U. Jazel Victoria, Yulo, Zamora Amparo Maria, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria, Zubiri. Second call for consideration on third reading of House Bill number 3622. Abante, Alvarez Pantaleon, Bautista, Biron, Bolilia, Cari, Copilar, Cojuangco Mark, Cua, Duavit, Duterte, D. Ian Paul, Enciso, Farinas, Ferrer Antonio, Go Ed Christopher, Gonzales Sandro, Gico, Hagidorn, Herrera, Lumayag, Marcoleta, Mendoza, Mercado Revilla, Miguel, Nograles, Juan Fidel, Paglas, Panotes, Romero, Salceda, Santos, Singson Richel, Tan Samir, Tanchay, Tieng, Versosa, Villaferte Luis Raymond, Yap Eric.
With 271 members voting in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 3 abstentions, House Bill number 3622 is hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration on third reading of House Bill number 5087, printed copies of which were distributed to the members pursuant to the rules of the House. For this purpose, may I request the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill and thereafter to call the roll for nominal voting.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The Secretary General is directed to read the title of House Bill 5087 and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill 5087, an act mandating the integration of the National Building Code of the Philippines and the Republic Act number 6541, entitled An Act to Ordain and Institute a National Building Code of the Philippines as a major subject in the curriculum of the Bachelor of Science degree programs in Civil Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Sanitary Engineering, Electronics Engineering, and Architecture, and its inclusion as a topic in the licensure examinations for these professions. Roll call of members for consideration on third reading of House Bill number 5087. Abalos, Abante, Abunda, Acharon, Asidre, Acop, Adyong, Vincula, Agaraw, Alba, Albano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez Jose, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Ang Angara, Aquino, Arbison, Arenas, Organcia, Asisio, Ataide, Aumentado, Balindong, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Barsaga, Bascog, Bautista, Bautista Lim, Benitez, Bernos, Billones, Biron, Bolilla, Bondok, Bongalon, Bordado, Bosita, Briones, Brosas, Buhain, Bulot Degtang, Bustos, Cabredo, Cagas, Kahayon, Uy, Calderon, Calixto, Campos, Kawagdan, Cardema, Cari, Castro France, Castro Jane, Celeste, Chan, Chato, Chua, Chungalao, Ko Angelica Natasha, Ko Elizalde, Ko Pilar, Kuwangko Jaime, Kuwangko Mark, Colada, Colliantes, Corbera, Cruz Ambrosio, Cruz Ricardo, Kuwa Cuaresma, Dagok, Dalipid, Dalog, Dayang Hirang, Dasa, Desus de Venecia, Defensor del Mar, de Los Santos, Dimaporo, Muhammad Khalid, Dimaporo City, Amina, Dionisio, Domingo, Duavit, Duhal, Duterte, Di Faustino Ino, Di Faustino Michael, D. and Paul, Ecleo, Emano, Enciso, Enverga, Escudero, Espares, Espina, Estrella, Yedela, Fariñas, Fernandez, Ferrer Antonio, Ferrer Juliet, Flores, Fortes, Frasco, Fresnedi, Fuentebella, Galeos, Garcia Albert, Garcia Dante, Garcia Arturo, Garcia Maria Angela, Garcia Pablo Jan, Garcia Vincent, Garjola, Garin, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Goed, Gomark, Goles, Gomez, Gonzaga, Gonzales Aurelio, Gonzales Neptali, Gonzales Sandro, Goriseta, Gico, Ginto, Julias, Gutierrez, Hagidorn, Jaresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera, Oribata Javier, Ko Olga Ara, Ko Ricardo, Ko Wilton, Kung Hun Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lacson Noel, Lagman, Lagon Daphne, Lagon Sani, Lara Lazatin Lee, Legarda, Libanan, Limcaychong, Loyola Luistro, Lumayag, Macapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Magsino, Malapitan, Mangawang, Maniques, Manuel Marañon, Marcoleta Marcos, Mariano Hernandez, Marino Marquez, Martinez, Mastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado Revilla, Miguel Momo Marden, Nava, Misay Noel, Nagares Juan, Nagares Margarita, Nolasco Aminal, Lasso Olivares, Ong Chuan, Ordanes, Ortega, Juan Dizon, Pajerno, Paduano, Paglas, Palma, Panaligan, Pancho Panotes Pascual, Peña, Pimentel, Plaza, Pleito, Primicias Agabas, Pumaren, Puno, Kimbo, Ramo Recto, Regencia, Revilla Brian, Revilla Ramon, Reyes, Rillo Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez Iloyo, Rodriguez Rufus, Roman, Romero, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Yada Marie, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarberia, Sakaluran, Salceda, Sali, Salimbangon, Salo, Salvame, Santos, Saulog, Silverio, Singson Richel, Singson Ronald, Singson Mihan, Solon, Soriano, Swansing Horacio, Swansing Micaela, Suarez, Talyado, Tamayo, Tan Bunting, Tan Joseph, Tan Kate Micah, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Tambut, Tan Chay, Tan Watko, Tariela, Teodoro, Teves Arnulfo, Teves Jose, Chanco, Tieng, Tolentino, Tulfo Jocelyn, Tulfo Ralph, Tupas, Chutorti, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso Tuason, Vergara, Versosa, Villafuerte, Luis Raymond, Villafuerte, Miguel Luis, Villanueva, Villar, Villarasa Suarez, Villarica, Villago, Yap Christian, Yap Christopher Son, Yap Edvic, Yap Eric, Yu Divine Grace, Yu Jaisel Victoria, Yulo Zamora Amparo, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Zubiri. Second call for consideration and third reading of House Bill Number 5087, Abante, Alvarez Pantaleon, Bautista, Biron, Bolilla, Cari, Copilar, Juanco Mark, Cua, Duavit, Duterte, Dian Paul, Enciso, Fariñas, Fer Antonio, Goel Christopher, Gonzales, Sandro, Gico, Hagidorn, Herrera, Lumayag, Marcoleta, Mendoza, Mercado Revilla, Nogales, Juan Fidel, Panotes, Romero, Salceda, Santos, Singson Richel, Tan Samir, Tan Shai, Cheng, Bersosa, Villafuerte, Luis, Raymond, Yap, Eric.
With 276 members voting in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, House Bill Number 5087 is hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration and third reading of House Bill Number 5110, printed copies of which were distributed to the members pursuant to the rules of the House. For this purpose, may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. Motion is approved. The Secretary General is directed to read the title of House Bill Number 5110 and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill Number 5110, an act strengthening the conservation and protection of Philippine cultural heritage through cultural mapping and an enhanced cultural heritage education program, amending for the purpose Republic Act Number 10066, otherwise known as the National Cultural Heritage Act of 2009. Roll call of members in consideration of House Bill Number 5110 on third reading. Abalos, Abante, Abunda, Charon, Asidre, Acop, Adyong, Advincula, Agaraw, Alba, Albano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez Jose, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Matong, Ang, Angara, Aquino, Arbison, Arenas, Arrogancia, Asistio, Atayde, Omentado, Balindong, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Barzaga, Bascug, Bautista, Bautista Lim, Benitez, Bernos, Billones, Biron, Bolilia, Bondok, Mungalon, Bordado, Bosita, Briones, Brosas, Buhain, Budot Begtang, Bustos, Cabredo, Cagas, Kahayon Uy, Calderon, Calixto, Campos, Kawagdan, Cardema, Cari, Castro France, Castro Jean, Celeste Chan, Chato, Chua, Chungalao, Ko Angelica Natasha, Ko Elizalde, Ko Pilar, Ko Juanco Jaime, Ko Juanco Mark, Colada, Coliantes, Corvera, Cruz Ambrosio, Cruz Ricardo, Cuwa, Quaresma, Dagook, Dalipe, Dalog, Dayanghirang, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor del Mar de los Santos, Dimaporo Muhammad Khalid, Dimaporo City Amina, Dionisio, Domingo Duavit Duhali Duterte, D. Faustino Ino, D. Faustino Michael, D. Ian Paul, Ecleo Emano Enciso Enverga Escudero Espares, Espina Estrella, Udela Farinas Fernandez, Ferrer Antonio, Ferrer Juliet Marie, Flores, Fortes, Frasco, Fresnedi, Fuente Bella, Galeyos, Garcia Albert, Garcia Dante, Garcia Jose Arturo, Garcia Maria Angela, Garcia Pablo John, Garcia Vincent, Guardiola, Garin, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Go Ed Christopher, Go Mark, Goles, Gomez, Gonzaga, Gonzales Aurelio, Gonzales Neptali, Gonzales Sandro, Goriseta, Gico, Gintu, Gulias, Gutierrez, Hagidorn, Haresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera, Horebata, Javier, Ko Olga Ara, Ko Ricardo, Ko Wilton, Kung Hun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lacsonoel, Lagman, Lagon Daphne, Lagon Sani, Lara, Lazatin, Lee, Ligarda, Libanan, Limcaychong, Loyola, Luistro, Lumayag, Makapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Magsino, Malapitan, Mangawang, Manikis, Manuel, Marañon, Marcoleta, Marcos, Mariano Hernandez, Marino, Marquez, Martinez, Mastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miguel, Momo, Morden, Navan, Nisay, Noel, Nograles, Juan Fidel, Nograles, Margarita, Nolasco, Uwaminal, Olaso, Olivares, Ong Chuan, Ordanes, Ortega, Uwano Dizon, Padiernos, Paduano, Paglas, Palma, Panaligan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual, Peña, Pimentel, Plaza, Pleito, Primicias Agabas, Pumaren, Puno, Kimbo, Rama, Recto, Regencia, Revilla Brian, Revilla Ramon Jolo, Reyes, Rillo, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez, Eulogio, Rodriguez, Rufus, Roman, Romero, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Yadamari, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Sali, Salimbangon, Salo, Salvame, Santos, Saulub, Silverio, Singson Richel, Singson Ronald, Singson Mihan, Solon, Soriano, Suwan, Suwansing Horacio, Suwansing Micaela Angela, Suarez, Taliado, Tamayo, Tambunting, Tan Joseph, Tan Keith Micah, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Tambut, Tan Chay, Tan Huatco, Tariela, Teodoro, Teves Arnolfo, Teves Jose, Tiangco, Tieng, Tolentino, Tulfo Jocelyn, Tulfo Ralph Wendell, Tupas, Tutor, T. Umali, Unabia, Unga, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso, Tuazon, Vergara, Versosa, Villa, Villafuerte, Luis Raymond, Villafuerte, Miguel Luis, Villanueva, Villar, Villaraza Suarez, Villarica, Villago, Yap Christiantel, Yap Christopher Son, Yap Edvic, Yap Eric, U Divina Grace, U Jazel Victoria, Yulo, Zamora Amparo Maria, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria, Zubiri. Second call for consideration on third reading of House Bill number 5110. Abante, Alvarez Pantaleon, Bautista Biron, Bolilia, Cari, Copilar, Cojuan, Comar, Cuba, Duavit, Duterte, D. Ian Paul, Enciso, Farinas, Ferrer Antonio, Go Ed Christopher, Gonzales Sandro, Gico, Hagedorn, Herrera, Lumayag, Marcoleta, Mendoza, Mercado Revilla, Nograles Juan Fidel, Panotes, Romero, Salceda, Santos, Singson Richel, Tan Samir, Tanchay, Tieng, Versosa, Villafuerte, Luis Raymond, Yap Eric.
With 276 members voting in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, House Bill number 5110 is hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration on third reading, House Bill numbers 5167, 5168, 5169, 5170, 5171, 5172, 5173, and 5174, all local bills declaring tourism and ecotourism destinations in various localities, printed copies of which were distributed to the members pursuant to the rules of the House. For this purpose, may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bills and thereafter to call the roll for nominal voting.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. Motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of the bills, to read the title of the following bills: 5167, 5168, 5169, 5170, 5171, 5172, 5173, 5174, and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill 5167, an act declaring the Tugonan Waterfalls located in the Barangay San Lorenzo, Municipality of Prosperidad, Province of Agusan del Sur, an ecotourism site. House Bill number 5168, an act declaring the immediate environs of the National Shrine of Our Mother of Perpetual Help, popularly known as the Baclaran Church, located along Ross Boulevard, Parañaque City, a heritage site and tourist destination. House Bill 5169, an act declaring Mount Arayat, located along the borders of the municipalities of Arayat and Magalang, Province of Pampanga, an ecotourism destination. House Bill 5170, an act declaring the Luzon Datum, located in Barangay Hinangayon, Municipality of Mogpog, Province of Marinduque, a tourist spot. House Bill 5171, an act declaring the Cebu Safari and Adventure Park, located in Barangay Corte, Municipality of Carmen, Province of Cebu, a tourism destination. House Bill 5172, an act distinguishing the Dao tree located within a secondary forest in the Integrated Forest Management Agreement area of the E. Pelaez Ranch in Bayumbong, Barangay Cugman, Cagayan de Oro City as the Cagayan de Oro Heritage Tree and declaring it as a tourist attraction. House Bill 5173, an act declaring the Ginsaugon Eco Adventure Park located in Barangay Ginsaugon, Municipality of St. Bernard, Province of Southern Leyte, a tourism destination. 5174, an act declaring the Pasig Islet located in Barangay Bato, Municipality of Santa Cruz, Province of Davao del Sur, an ecotourism site. Roll call of members for consideration on third reading of House Bill numbers 5167, 5168, 5169, 5170, 5171, 5172, 5173, and 5174. Abalos, Abante, Abunda, Charon, Asidre, Acop, Adjong, Advincola, Garao, Alba, Albano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez Jose, Alvarez Procedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Angangara, Aquino, Bison, Arenas, Argancia, Sischo, Ataide, Mentado, Balindong, Barba, Barbas, Baronda, Barsaga, Bascug, Bautista, Bautista Lim, Benitez, Bernos, Leones, Biron, Bolilla, Bondok, Bungalon, Bordado, Bosita, Briones, Brosas, Buhain, Bulot, Degtang, Bustos, Cabredo, Cagas, Kahayon, Uy, Calderon, Calixto, Campos, Covagdan, Cardema, Cari, Castro, France, Castro, Jane, Celeste, Chan, Chato, Chua, Chungalaw, Ko Angelica, Natasha, Ko Elizalde, Ko Pilar, Ko Juan, Ko Jaime, Ko Juan, Ko Mark, Colado, Collantes, Corbera, Cruz Ambrosio, Cruz Ricardo, Cuba, Quaresma, Dagok, Dalipi, Dalog, Dayang Hirang, Dasa de Jesus, de Venecia, Defensor del Mar, de Los Santos, Dimaporo Muhammad Kali, Dimaporo City Amina, Junicio Domingo, Duavit, Duhali Duterte, Diopocino Ino, Diopocino Michael, D. and Paul, Ecleo, Emmanuel, Incision, Verga, Escudero, Espares, Espina, Estrella, Yedela, Fariñas, Fernandez, Per Antonio, Per Juliet, Flores, Fortes, Frasco, Fresnedi, Pentebella, Galeos, Garcia Albert, Garcia Dante, Garcia Jose Arturo, Garcia Maria Angela, Garcia Pablo Jan, Garcia Vincent, Garjola, Garin, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Goed, Mark Goles, Gomez, Gonzaga, Gonzales Aurelio, Gonzales Neptali, Gonzales Sandro, Groseta, Gico, Ginto, Gulias, Gutierrez, Agidor, Haresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera, Horibata, Javier, Ko Olga, Ko Ricardo, Ko Wilton, Kunghun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Noel, Lagman, Lagon Daphne, Lagon Sani, Lara Lasatin, Lee Ligarda, Ibanan Lim Kaichong, Loyola, Luis Lumayag, Makapagalaroy, Maceda, Madrona, Magsino, Malapitan, Mangawang Maniques, Manuel Maranyon, Marcoleta, Marcos, Mariano Hernandez, Marino, Marquez, Martinez, Bastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miguel Momo, Morden, Navan, Nisay Noel, Nogales Juan, Nogales Margarita, Nolasquez, Waminal, Olaso, Olivares, Ongchuan, Ordanes, Ortega, Juanyo Dizon, Pajenos, Paduano, Paglas, Palma, Panaligan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual, Peña, Pimentel, Plaza, Pleito, Primicias, Agabas, Pumaren, Puno, Quimbora, Marecto, Regencia, Revilla, Brian, Revilla, Ramon, Reyes, Rillo, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez, Yuloyo, Rodriguez, Rufus, Roman Romero, Romualdez, Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez, Yeda Marie, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Sali Salimbangon, Salo Salvame, Santos, Saulog Silverio, Singson Richel, Singson Ronald, Singson Mihan, Solon Soriano, Swan Sing Horacio, Swan Sing Micaela, Suarez Talyado, Tamay, Tambunting, Tan Joseph, Tan Kate, Tan Reynolds, Tan Shamir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Tambut, Tan Shai, Tan Watco, Tariela, Teodoro, Teves Arnulfo, Teves Jose, Chanco, Cheng, Tolentino, Tulfo Jocelyn, Tulfo Ralph, Tupas Chutorti, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso Tuason, Vergara, Versosa, Villa, Villafuerte, Luis, Villafuerte, Miguel, Villanueva, Villar, Villarasa Suarez, Villarica, Villago, Yap Chris Chantel, Yap Christopher Son, Yap Edvic, Yap Eric, Yu Divina Grace, Yu Jason Victoria, Yulo Zamora Amparo Maria, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria, Zubiri. Second call for consideration and third reading of House Bill numbers 5167, 5168, 5169, 5170, 5171, 5172, 5173, and 5174. Abante Alvarez Pantaleon, Bautista Beron Bolilla, Carico Pilar, Juanjo Mark, Cua Duave Duterte and Paul, Enciso Farinas Ferrer, Antonio Go and Christopher, Gonzales Sandro, Kiko Hagidorn Herrera, Lumayag, Marcoleta, Mendoza, Mercado de Villa, Nograles Juan Fidel, Panotes, Romero, Salceda, Santos, Singson Richel, Tan Samir, Tan Shai, Cheng, Versosa, Villafuerte Luis, Raymond, Yap, Eric.
With 276 members voting in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, House Bills numbers 5167, 5168, 5169, 5170, 5171, 5172, 5173, and 5174 are hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we immediately transmit to the Senate the bills that we just approved on third reading.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration of House Resolution number 489, and may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the resolution.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, the Secretary General is directed to read the title of the bill.
House Resolution 489, resolution condemning in the strongest possible terms the senseless killing of veteran broadcaster Percival Percy Lapid, C. Mabasa, and expressing grave concern for the safety and security of journalists in the country.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the adoption of House Resolution 489.
There is a motion to adopt, motion to adopt the said resolution. As many as are in favor, say aye. Aye. As many are against, say nay. The ayes have it. House Resolution number House Resolution number 4894 is hereby approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration of House Resolution number 504, and for this purpose, may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the resolution.
Is there any objection? The chair is none. The Secretary General is directed to read House Bill number 504.
House Resolution number 504, resolution expressing the profound compassion, solidarity, support, and empathy of the members of the House of Representatives to the victims of the severe tropical storm Paeng, by Representatives Romualdez, Ferdinand Martin, Dalipe, Libanan, Marcos Romualdez, and Asidre.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the adoption of House Resolution number 504.
There is a motion to adopt House Resolution number 504. As many as are in favor, say aye. Aye. As many as are against, say nay. The ayes have it. House Resolution number 504 is hereby adopted.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration of House Resolution number 505, and may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the resolution.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, the Secretary General is directed to read House Resolution number 505.
House Resolution 505, resolution expressing the profound condolences of the House, members of the House of Representatives to the bereaved families of those who died during the onslaught of severe tropical storm Paeng.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the adoption of House Resolution 505.
There is a motion to adopt House Resolution number 505. As many as are in favor, say aye. As many as are against, say nay. The ayes have it. House Resolution number 505 is hereby adopted.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we suspend session for a few minutes.
Session suspended. Session is resumed.
Mr. Speaker, there being no more business left for today, I move that we adjourn session until November 8, 2 p.m.
There is a motion to adjourn session until November 8, 2 p.m. Is there any objection? Chair is none. Motion to adjourn is approved.
Recording stopped.
Picture tayo.